Welcome everybody. This is your boy Dracona coming to you live from the Draconian's Domain, where we are playing The Planes Collide. This campaign I had introduced, and I don't know why that thing is popping up. I gotta, because my Discord is up. Duh. Right now we have these awesome heroes and players that's venturing out on a campaign that I had written back in 1999 to 2000. I did some modern upgrades to it as well to, distribute the balance with the 5th edition. I'm a little nervous on, DMing my very first long campaign because this campaign is going to be hard. This campaign is built for up to 12 people, to be quite honest. So we are going to start out with these adventurers to find out why the planes are colliding. There's a disturbance out there between death and chaos. But which one is causing the most mayhem? These adventurers will have to find out. So, set forth, as I did in my intro, the cleric wizard, all powerful, that lives his life in the balance of good and evil. He was sent out by the king, Astros, from Tessera. Now, introducing our fellow warriors. Beta Trigger. Yeah. She's a character, folks. She's a character. Okay. So now, we're introducing Beta Trigger as a Warlock Damphir, and her character's name is Elena. Guys, hold on. Introductions with everybody first. Alright, say that again. I'm sorry. Wow. Okay. And also we have Banshee Healer playing playing as an Air Ganassi. I want to know how this is going to turn out. An Air Ganassi and a Fire Ganassi. Holy crap. An Air Ganassi cleric by the name of Kuma.
You flying today, and for hopefully a few more weeks other than today. Yeah.
Oh wait, well, I gotta stop this. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
It's still popping up, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I hate to do this. It was my first time. I forgot to turn on the thing, so Beta, can you reintroduce yourself?
Oh my god. Fail! Christ!
Yeah, I know,
Big
I know.
fail.
I forgot to turn on the chat thing, so it picks y'all up. Look, I'm nervous, okay?
Not the first time, and it won't be the last.
No, I won't. We all make mistakes. But go ahead, reintroduce yourself again.
Hello everyone, it's your girl Beta Trigger, and I am playing the Damphir Warlock Elena, and I'm apologizing in advance for the really shitty accent that ends up out in this game.
You'll be alright, don't worry, you'll live. Alright, and also we have my girlfriend, Miss Crystal Tifa. She is playing a wizard high elf, and the name is Estella.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining the Draconian's Domain with my wonderful boyfriend, Dracona, right here.
Yes.
This is my first time.
Oh, go ahead.
This is my first time playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm a little nervous too. Bear with me if I do anything like wrong or like it's like my very first time, so bear with me, please.
You're with us, you'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that wonderful boyfriend? Yeah, she's lying. I'm just kidding.
Very terrible. Terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, I know. I'm shit. Now, also, we have the one and only Andoram, who is playing a character, Victor, human rogue monk. Hey, Jeff, can you exit out? Thank you. Who is playing, Victor, who is playing a human rogue monk.
Hi, how's it going? This is gonna be interesting. I haven't played this in a while.
Andrew's gonna kill us all.
I'm
Oh,
not
Most likely.
God.
What
Yeah.
spice?
Most likely.
Please don't.
Don't get us killed, Daniel. Please.
Also,
Be a good boy.
we're going to introduce Buffy Cat, who plays a Fire Ganassi warlock, and her name is Pyre, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, Pyre.
Pyre. Okay.
So I'm gonna be the Fire Ganassi Warlock. And I've not actually played a Warlock, so
Oh God.
so my last character was a Ranger, so this is a little different.
Yeah, I was wondering, because I know you had this short little lizard character that you sent me before. And...
My last character was a Kobold Ranger.
Jack, I'm gonna give you a warning. Your Discord notifications are still popping up on stream.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. I'll
Okay.
fix that later. I'm still doing a nice foreground for our campaign. I'm just using this. It's not completely done yet, so
It's a work in progress.
And also we have Floppy Ducky Prime, who is playing a Asmir Paladin, and the name his character is Lezekiel.
Good, everybody. This is Flappy Ducky Prime, leader of the Flappy Ducks, coming to you live from the Flappy Lake, and I play a character named Lezekiel.
The Flappy Lake.
Yeah, you
Yes.
kind of did
Yeah.
say Flappy Lake.
Did I say Flappy or Floppy?
You said
You said
Flappy.
Flappy.
Yeah.
Flappy.
Like the-
Floppy Lake. Thank you.
And last but not least, we have Syned, who is playing a character, a Wood Elf Cleric, that is, his name is goes by Abernathy.
Greetings. This is my first time. Let's enjoy all of this.
Hold
Yeah.
on, is it Sin or Finn?
You can call me Sin.
Just
Sin?
call him
Okay.
Sin.
Sin?
Yeah.
No,
Sin, okay.
that's why I wanted to check.
Okay. So, at the beginning of this, as the tragedy is happening around the kingdom of Tessera,
Oh fuck.
King Astros had pleaded with one of the greatest and most powerful cleric wizards to seek forth champions. Well, upcoming champions, to seek warriors, to find out the disturbance within the forest that's within their kingdom. Your objections, and from where the realms that you are in, you notice that your world doesn't seem right, which everything had just turned upside down. So, as the king pleaded with Marcus, the cleric wizard, Marcus sense a disturbance within the balance. Why are the planes are coming together? He himself, being a very powerful cleric wizard that practices dunamancy, he can't even explain what is going on. As I said, Marcus is a very prideful cleric wizard that doesn't take sides. But because of the tragedy that is happening, he will answer the king's plea. So he ventures out to different realms and different places, far islands, kingdoms even, to search out for champions. He teleports himself to a beaten up Asmir to transgress to himself to see if he is worthy enough and to hopefully find the answers that this character seeks. So, Lezekiel, describe where you are right now.
Ezekiel is currently in a forest. His armor is badly damaged.
No, you are your character right now.
You are.
Also, I am a.
Yeah, right now we're beginning the game. So if I go to you, your character.
So, okay. Who are you?
You, my great sir. You look pretty worn out.
I just lost. I lost a battle with an old friend of mine. And apparently my left wing is really damaged.
Do you seek vengeance? Or do you seek peace?
I just want to know what happened. Why things are the way they are now. I'm just confused. More than anything.
But the question still lies. Do you seek peace or vengeance?
Throughout my time, I've experienced too much hate. And I just want the hate to end. So if it's anything, I just want peace for everybody.
Make a persuasion check.
D20 or?
Yeah,
D20.
roll a d20.
Now your modifier.
Oh wow, 20!
Okay.
20, wait, hold on.
Add your
Wait, hold on, how
modifier
do I
to
flip
it.
it?
No,
I
that's okay enough.
That's okay enough? Okay.
You rolled a natural 20. You can't do too much better.
Yeah.
Persuasion.
That's enough.
Uh,
Marcus
plus-
looks.
Plus 3?
No, it's okay. 20s are high enough.
Okay.
You're not gonna stop it.
Marcus looks at you, and he, as even though that he feels sorry for you, he hears your words, but he feels as though that you're holding something back. But he does believe what you say. I see that your words are held true. I have taken a vision of your past. But kindly see that there is more discretion in your life that you morally need answers to. Is this true?
This is very true.
So what could an injured Asmia provide for a champion of the king?
The way I see it, with the things that are going on right now, I'm afraid the heavens will be in peril very soon. And even though I'm injured, if things are going to get worse, then I'll do whatever I can to help. I may not be much help right now, but down the line, if I can help even one person, that'll be enough.
There are many disturbances in the realms, in places. What have you experienced, and why do you seek what you want?
Well, reason why I'm the way I am right now is because I just got betrayed by someone who I thought I can trust. And my left wing, it was hit with the same dark magic that destroyed my village. And I'm just seeking answers. I want to know what happened, not just to my hometown, but what happened to that village that night when I was a kid.
Maybe you can find what you seek by helping us, helping the king. I could grant you a gift, but this gift will come at a cost. Will you accept it?
If it means helping people, then of course.
Marcus raises his right hand. and he turns back time on your body that was hurt badly, but he cannot fix your broken wing, but he regenerates you and says, if you're willing to help us, you will definitely find the answers you seek, for this I have seen. Come. And he raises his left hand and brings out a beautiful bluish aqua looking portal and extends his right hand. Come.
I extend my hand and take his.
And he goes through the portal of Tessera. Now that one being is done, I must find more. So now Marcos, he opens another green portal this time and seeks out a fire Kanasi. So explain the situation and where the whereabouts you're in.
Well, I have just finished. I had a small job of going and like somebody had requested that I go and get rid of a monster that was terrorizing somebody's farm. So I've collected my payment for it, and I'm kind of just walking down the road.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit.
Away from it.
Yeah, you're.
Oh no. Okay, so I've just finished a job. I'm coming down the road. I'm just getting paid for it. And so sort of just by myself, going for a walk. Headed to the next town.
Where's the area are you in? Are you in an open road, a field?
Like open road.
An open road, okay. So as you're walking, I want you to make a perception check.
So 17.
17? Okay. For 17, you hear somewhere in the distance, on the left side of the road where there's shrubbery and bushes that kind of leads into a wooden forest. It's not heavily trees and everything, but you catch a glimpse of a light just shining and then dissipates.
Go over and check that out.
Okay. Make an investigation check. For me again.
Well, I rolled a 2, but let me see if I get any. Oh, 4, 6.
So 6 each. Alright. As you enter into the bushery, shrubbery, with a few trees around, you have no idea where that fucking light came from. And on that note, you do hear a whimpering of an old man that's collapsed on the floor. Saying, "Help me!" in the distance.
All right. I guess I'll go up to him and the.
You what?
Sorry. I'm trying to get into my character, and I feel silly. All right.
It's okay.
So going up to this old man on the ground, You there, sir? What are you doing here?
My child, please. I'm withering. I'm weak. Please, help me. As he extends his hand, shaking.
Alright, I'll grab his hand. Fine. Weakness is not something I like to deal with. So how do we correct the weakness?
Wait, you were breaking up again.
Goodness.
Your mic
I
doesn't
gotta
like you,
figure
Buffy.
something out. Huh?
I said your mic doesn't like you.
Hey, like her more than mine did.
I feel like I've always got something going on. Alright, so I took his hand and saying, I don't like weakness, I correct the weakness.
You don't like weakness, but you're showing me pity. Why? Wait, your mic again.
She's cutting out.
My goodness. I guess I'll have to work on it. Right.
See if you can move the
Hopefully you
wire a
can
little
hear
bit.
me. Can you hear me any better?
A little bit, yeah.
Might be the connection port.
Okay. Oh no.
That's a lot better, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yep,
Yeah.
that is-
Definitely.
Okay. Hey. All right. So, what was the last thing you said?
You despise weakness, but you're helping me, showing me pity. Why?
I'm evil, but I can't attack the weak. So I must help you.
Seems pretty unfair. To old men weak than me. If you despise weakness, why help the weak?
You know, I've got other things I need to do, but somebody as evil as me can just, help get you to where you need to go. I can't have you out here. Other people need to come get you.
As you see the old man just, covered in mud and dirt, and like his robes are like shredded. He stands up on his legs shakingly as he's holding your hand, saying,
Pop him up.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. He's helping himself to pull up
Okay.
too. So he's like, ugh, as he's holding your hand. So, you just help the weak and just walk away? Is that all? As he shakingly, and he looks dead in your eyes.
I don't care so much about one like me.
Wait, say that again? Your mic.
Why are you paying so much attention to someone like me?
Why? Make an intimidation check. I got a beautiful thing for this one.
Oh no. That would be an 18.
As you look deep in his eyes, you get a feeling that you're becoming a little scared of him. As his eyes start to glare a very bright green. Because because the answer that you had gave him was a little upsetting to him. So then, as he pulls you, you feel this gravitational thing just like dropping you to your hands and knees, and you're stuck there.
Shit.
As the old man looks at you, says, "So you help the weak, but then you..." And as he's talking, his voice went from old to a very wise cleric wizard. Marcus appears and transforms back as he puts you into a gravitational spell. As you're bounded onto the floor on your knees and on your hands, because he rolled pretty high. And as you see him lift his robe, you see this beautiful purple with gold trimmings and green sash with a blonde hair. Looking angelic, he is.
Pyre fucked up.
It only took me about 5 minutes.
You done did it.
So,
D&D, everyone. The first 5
We haven't
minutes
even
of
gotten
my-
into the game yet.
well, because this is her character, and I was kind of expecting, she had to roll, I'm not going to lie, she had to roll at least a 22 to beat his
Oh,
roll.
shit.
She had to roll a 22 to beat his roll. Because he rolled a
Man.
17.
What's his fucking,
I can't tell you
God.
that. So as he disperses, you see this beautiful elf just, has beautiful clothing on, silk purple with gold trimmings, a green sash, just amazing looking. And then he looks down at you, he goes, "When I sensed the force to look upon, to find great warriors, I look at you. But all you could cry about is you want to defend the weak, but then leave them helpless, like tossed aside like a dog without a master."
Is that what I said?
Well, you said that you help and then just walk away because they're not worth the time. That's what you told him. That's what you told him. So he's going by what you just said to him. So, my question to you, now that you are on your knees and looking into your past, I can tell that you fight because you don't want to be weak, as you were when you were just a child. Is this true?
I don't talk about my childhood.
But I have seen your past, for I live between space and time.
My past is not something I want to remember.
And why is this? Is this something you want to erase, or something that you want to prove? Say that again.
Ah,
You're breaking up. Mic's not working.
I haven't even said anything. I'm
Because I see your mouth moving and I think you're talking. I apologize.
That is something I'm out here to figure out.
So you out here to figure. So there is something you're looking for, or something you want to dissipate from your past? What is your true desire? And
My true desire is to find where I'm supposed to belong. Because it's for sure not where I've been, and it's definitely not been anywhere I've been so far.
so he
You've
looks.
looked at me for how long and already made judgments on what I look like.
I never judged on what you look like. I only judged on how your interactions were with a desperate old man in need of help. That's where I make judgments. Because it comes to those is that usually your first answer is always the correct one. Sometimes that may not be. But you only get one chance to improve or to impress the person that you are with. You lack that because you fear of becoming weak. You think picking up people for what they are of being weak just to help them and move along, but not learning the valuable lesson. Things like that can help you. But I see passion in you. I see drive. I will grant you a small gift, a token. You have a choice. Either go on your merry way and help us find the world that you seek where you belong by helping the king and finding out what is going on with the planes, because I see your world and it's not looking pretty. There are more havoc going around. Is this true?
So you're looking to hire me for another job.
You want to be hired, or do you want to find the rewards on the answers you seek?
It can't be both.
Roll a persuasion check.
Four. Total.
He looks at you and just laughs like,
Oh, Pyre's not having a good luck start tonight.
Oh wow.
and now,
Yeah.
I'm the problem character.
so all of a sudden you see even as he's laughing, he extends his right arm and squeezes it, and then you feel all this pressure and it's straining you. It feels like that you have like a 200-pound boulder on your back and it's pushing you down and it's straining your body because of the gravitational. He's just like, and then he says, pay and to find the answers you seek. I don't think you're in any God. I don't
Predicament?
thank you.
In English,
I don't think you're in any predicament to negotiate on if you want both.
position would have been worth better.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she is in a predicament actually because she's in a gravitational spell.
He's in a
That's
predicament,
true.
but he's in no position to
Force
make
choke me
any-
harder, Daddy.
So as he's squeezing, you feel all this. You take. I'm not gonna go too harsh.
We're not fighting.
Yay.
You take 2 points of force damage.
That hurts.
Yeah, because he's
Okay.
squeezing you.
Pyre, don't be stupid.
That's
It's
already.
not worth it.
Don't be stupid.
No, got anyone to
Well,
help you?
we
Hang
can't
on.
even hear you guys yet. We haven't met.
Get on his good side.
So
Please. Please.
so
Watching in the corner, like, what the hell is she doing?
he squeezes you, and he goes, and as he's laughing, he stops and look, and just like goes right close to your face, like he's just like maybe an inch and a half away from your face, and he goes, I'm gonna ask this question again, because I've seen your past. I know what you can become. Will there be rewards into the other if you cross these portals? Yes, there can be. But we are not here to negotiate. If the answers you seek, if the prize is worth more than the answers you seek, then we sadly made a mistake on a pathetic Kanasi as such as yourself. unless you want to prove your worth. Fight. Find why these planes are coming, why your land, why this kingdom that you're in is going into chaos. You can find the answers you seek, and maybe find wealth as well. What say you? As he backs up with this angrily look, and he has his hands like this to you.
I suppose I can't refuse you at this point.
Such a wise decision you made. And with the glimpse, he just releases your constraints and
Heart, my
gravitation.
heart.
I called Susan playing the Moogle.
So, you see the cleric wizard. You see Marcus just open up a blackish bluish sphere, and then cast it, and then opens a portal. My little fire Kanasi, you've had hatred upon you for possibly what you are. Your past will collide with this journey, and possibly the answers you seek. Henceforth, I will grant you this gift. But just remember, don't ever make a deal with a high powerful wizard cleric. Or any negotiations at that fact. So he whisks a greenish energy into a tiny little pearl and says, "Open your mouth." And he chucks it.
Oh, hang on.
So
I feel like it's probably like, like
a small.
no, but it goes right in
Hold
anyway.
So yeah, I know where y'all were going, but no. So
And great at the same time too. Come on.
as you open your mouth, he places that pearl. He places that greenish, beautiful lighting pearl on your tongue. As you swallow it, you gain your 2 hit points. You gain your 2 hit points back. So he rejuvenates you. So you got your health back up, and he sends you into the portal. Please walk beyond this portal.
Walk through.
Wait, say that again.
I'll glare at him but I'll walk through.
Oh.
Like whole way through.
And I look back at you. Marcus looks back at you and says,
I'm sorry.
"You're really determined?"
Hold
as
your head,
he-
hold your head.
As he opens his palm and you see this big ice just form,
Alright, Sub-Zero.
and he winks. And as he's doing that, he winks at you as you walk through.
So we're giving out acid drops and stuff.
The imagery that popped up in my head for that little scene right there is fucking great.
My God.
That was great.
Oh god, this is
So
gonna be an interesting campaign.
So, as he whisks his arms yet again, he opens he opens a purple portal, and he just shakes his head like, "I hope this one is not such of a pain in the ass as the other one." And he looks up at the sky as he's seeing, like, beyond, because it's unnaked to creatures, but because he's too much of a powerful wizard, he sees the planets, the stars, and everything, and And he just looks up and he goes, King Astaros, I hope you know what you're doing. And he walks into the portal. And this will come to a darkish area. So I need Elena
Hey.
to describe the plane that she's in, where she's at, and
All right. So, just before I do my accent,
no, go ahead.
Elena is currently at a tavern. She's kind of sitting towards the back. It's not so dimly lit that you can't make out like clothing types and little accents and stuff here and there. She's sitting in the corner. She has a stein in front of her and a leather notebook in her hand that she's perusing through. And everyone that you can tell is giving her
Hold
side
on
eye.
Hold on that note. I am so sorry.
His food's here.
Yep.
Thanks, Captain.
Gotta eat.
That's why I cooked ahead of time. Also,
Grapes.
best thing in the freaking world.
Yours
Not
is-
sponsored.
Yes, sir. Not sponsored.
Shameless
It is,
plug.
it is.
Just shameless plug.
Yep.
Okay.
Or continue where I left off.
Start from the beginning
Start from
again. Before that, sorry everybody, life got into the thing, so yeah.
Yeah, he's hungry.
Nom nom.
All right. Go ahead. Continue, or start again.
Start again. So Elena's in a tavern. Dim lit, but it's not so dim to where you can't make out like clothing colors or little accents here and there on the patrons. She sits in the kind of the back corner, not necessarily away from everyone else, but you can kind of tell that her presence being there, a lot of people are unsure of how to deal with, so they're kind of just glancing over every now and again. And she more or less like kind of tuning everyone out. She has a leather-bound notebook in front of her that she's kind of like perusing through, and there is a stein of unknown liquid. She knows what it is, of course. Stein of unknown liquid to everyone else in front of her, and she's more or less minding her own business. The barmaid comes over every now and again just to check on her and kind of doing her own thing.
Okay. So where's your so continue with your character.
Should I make a perception check?
No. Continue. What is she doing at this very moment before you make any perception?
She's sitting there.
Oh,
She's grabbing
gotta be your
her drink.
character.
Again, she's just sitting there looking through her book.
Okay. What is she going through? What's going through her mind and everything, like, as she's reading it?
It's notes from her. Let's see. Shit.
Her death note.
Yes, my death note.
Notes from her
100%.
death
No.
Death Note.
We are not sponsored by Death Note.
I
Just
know,
making that
we're
clear.
not.
Wait.
No, we're not. We're not.
It's just a prop, so.
Let's see. I'm gonna give a name to the barmaid.
Her name is Jackie.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Jackie, can you get me some food, please? Anything will do. Whatever the cook feels like making.
Um, uh, Elena, I'm so sorry, but I think that the cook stepped out for the day. We have not seen him.
Or people going missing again, I see. Another drink, please.
Well, she answers that question that you just said. She goes, "Well, he hasn't been here all day. I had to close the kitchen down early due to the simple fact that he never showed up this morning."
Never showed up. That's
No.
odd, even for this place. Does he have family in the area?
No, he has no family in the area. They're all outside of the continent. But usually he's always here a half hour early prepping. But he never showed up this morning. Strange.
Very. Another drink then, please. It'd be greatly appreciated.
So she goes to the bar, makes you another drink, and puts a tankard in the ale. And she hands it off to you, saying, "Again, I am so sorry for the inconvenience, my dear. Maybe perhaps if you are that hungry, I could perhaps make you a quick little stew. But
If
it
you are
will
able.
not. It will be a little bitter because
Like I was
it is from
Mhm.
about a couple days old."
And Elena grimaces slightly, but nods in agreement. Yes, that's fine. Thank you.
Will do, my dear. I shall return. As she goes off behind the bar to go get a drink, to make you a quick little stew that's been fornicating in a pot. About 3 days.
Fornicating.
Well, not fornicating. Sorry, that's been just in a pot for.
Wow.
Sorry,
Fornicating.
sorry, wrong choice of words.
Doing in a pot.
Pretty sure
Just-
that breaks
it's
a
just been
lot of,
lingering- Lingering in the pot for
Oh, man.
3 days.
Fermenting, Jack. Fermenting. That's the word you're
Fermenting.
looking
Thank
for.
you. That's what I meant to say. I am sorry, everybody. I am sorry. Fermenting in a
That's
pot
ridiculous.
for the past 3 days, and it lost its texture and everything. But as Jackie, she goes and starts heating it up, warming it up for you, because she knows that you're hungry and you're becoming a little polite. Now, in the tavern, you have just maybe like 2 people just sitting across the table. A drunkard that's like in the pig's pen outside, just hammered as shit. This strange man, long hair, covered in like black leather, with 2 guys right behind him, just causing a ruckus. They go to the bar. "Pardon me! You'll find yourself from me and me mates." Jackie walks out. Excuse me, sir. Please, you don't have to bang. We're all neutral people here. "I didn't come to find out about your people. I want me ale for me and me mates." As scared as she is, a little fidgeted, she sends off, she goes right back to the counter, right towards you, Elena, and says, "I'm sorry, but can you please wait for like at least 2 more minutes? I want to get these gentlemen their ale and they could be off."
It's fine, Jackie. Do what you must. But if you need help, you know you can ask.
"I don't want to start another ruckus. Still paying out of my own pocket for the damages from last weekend from a bunch of Neanderthals."
Jackie, I've told you in the past, if you need help, I'll be
Well-
here to help.
"Will do.
My father likes this place too much. You know
will, will do, my dear." As she walks back, she grabs 3 ales, tankard of ales. She walks back to the group, sets them down, Ah, finest ale. As the head guy just takes a swig, he grabs Jackie and spits in it. Spits right on her chest area. And's like, you call this fine ale? It tastes like pig's piss. And he splashes the rest of the cup right in her face. Gets me another one.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just looking something up really fast. Where the fuck is this hiding? I missed it. I want to make sure I have this in hand before I actually do it.
Okay.
Why is this being...
As you see
There we go,
Jackie,
okay.
she starts crying and just like, okay, please, sir, no more damages. I will refresh in your cups. And he grabs her and sits her on the lap. He's like, well, my mates may drink this, but I'd want something far more. Give me.
Do something.
So
big.
at this point, Elena closes her notebook and just looks up and tends to just eyes all three of them for the moment before she speaks. And she says, "You must be new around here. It's not often we get travelers that tend to cause a ruckus. Perhaps I can be of assistance for you, good sir. Is there something you're here for in particular, aside from the ale?"
Make, what should I count this as? Give me 1 minute.
Gotta make it think!
Oh, they're a little reluctant. Give me a minute.
Yep.
Give me a performance check.
Performance, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's what that is. Alright. Don't fail me,
Alright.
don't fail me.
See, where is he? There he is.
9.
Okay. Okay. He looks at you at disbelief as he's holding Jackie right onto his lap, holding her hand so she can't go anywhere with his other hand wrapped around her waist. And he goes, "Go away! We don't want you here. You have nothing to offer. A woman of your stands the skin and bones. But maybe my mates could have something to do with you. But this fine whore of the Beelzebub will fetch me quite nicely. Give us a kiss." As he's trying to give a kiss to Jackie, Jackie's reluctant on pushing her away.
Alright, so let's see if I can do this. Hold on, I'm just reading up on it really fast.
As he's doing that, you see the two guys that was in the far corner get up, and they just run out the door as she's crying out for help.
Alright, so I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And they're within 30 feet, correct?
Yeah, you're like about 10. You're about 5 feet away from them. Yes, because you're right next to them when you walked up to them.
Oh, so she moved. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion, and I'm going to have this boa constrictor-like creature just wind its way from the butt. I'm assuming Jackie's wearing a skirt, so it's gonna come out from underneath Jackie's skirt and kind of wind its way up and around the thug that's holding her.
Okay. Shit. Let's see.
Well then,
Yeah, move over there.
I love it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I love that actually. Okay, hold on. I have to. Okay. Just bear with me here.
Yep.
Okay, that's him. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. The guy holding Jackie is just traumatic and just trying to kiss her, as the other two mates that's of his gets up and they jump back hard as hell, be like, "What is this witchcraftery?" Screaming out. The man in the black leather just looks down, takes out his knife, stabs it right through it. Nothing there. He rolled a natural 20, while the other guys rolled a 7 and a 9.
At least I got the other guys out. I'll take that.
Well, they jumped back. They got scared.
Hey, that's fine.
And then the man in leather, he's just like, what helped this person? You're nothing but weak over here showing us little magic tricks. What do you think that you are trying to do?
This is my people.
Maybe we
And I
shall
protect
take
my people.
maybe we shall take advantage of you. As he throws Jackie away, he unsheathes both his swords.
Ooh, shit. Do you really want to do that here?
A question with a question?
I may not seem it, and I know my power is not the greatest. But you'll be causing more issues for yourself within Barova if you were to take that knife and run it anywhere across my skin.
Is that a threat?
More of a statement than a threat. But take it as you will.
Make an intimidation check.
Fuck. Don't fail me, don't fail me, don't fail me.
Enigma.
Motherfucker 8.
Wow.
Guess you're not scaring nobody.
With that roll, he just like you say all of this, but you were just like a little helpless skinny pup with no owner. So
But with no owner, really. Well, a pedigree, I guess, doesn't count in that regard, but...
So why help this whore that you call friend?
Why would I not help her? Jackie has only this establishment. This is her life. I am of the lucky few that actually managed to be born with this ability that helps her exceed far greater things than most average people. Why would I not help her? Barova is my people. They always have been, always will be. So if they need help, I am here to help them. In any way I can.
So do you fight for people of your own? But what about everyone else? As he takes his blade, takes his other blade out. Now he's dual wielding, and then he points it to you. It's like, what's from stopping me from taking your life? As he points the
Nothing's
blade.
Nothing is stopping you. But at the same time, what will happen if you strike me down?
Shall
It's
we?
not. I'm not being
sorry.
intimidating. I'm stating the truth. You were to strike me down. There are several people who know me well within this place. It won't take them long to run, and it won't take long for people within this area to find out what happened.
As he looks around, he sees his mates just like giggling. He looks around and he's just like, as I see, there's nothing but you of a skinny little wench and the whore of Beelzebub over there. No witnesses will be here to see your timely death.
So you strike down the rest of the town.
No, just you will do.
Then what will you do come morning?
Fucking the whore, of course.
Fucking the whore, yes, of course. This place is one of the best taverns within Barova. As soon as it opens, it's busy, day long. So what will happen when its usual morning patrons come in and find me dead, and you having your way with Jackie?
Well, we'll be long gone before they know where your body is. As he
Really?
takes his sword, he swings it down at you.
Can I dodge? Or at least attempt to dodge.
Alright, I need you to make an acrobatics check.
Okay. D20 still, right?
Yep, D20.
Right. Come on, come on. You know what? Fuck this game. Natural 1. God damn it.
You tried to
You're gonna
dodge.
God.
You tried to dodge,
No.
but he lands the swords, blocking you right on the towards the bar stand. He puts the sword right there, both swords right in between you, because you try to dodge his attack, and he gets up in your face. And as he does so, he takes the blade and puts it up to your throat. He's just like, "What's stopping me from slitting your throat right now? Tell me your worth on why I shouldn't kill you."
My worth? My own worth has been in question for some time now. But really nothing's stopping you from ending my life.
So why?
Whether or not you follow through with it is up to you.
So why should you stay alive?
Who knows? Perhaps I'll find out the truth I've been seeking for some time.
And
Perhaps
what?
I'll become a great warlock that can assist you in the future. Who knows? Time is not fluid as everyone thinks it is, but, well, there's exceptions to everything, there is there.
So you only defend her to protect the people, but also to find what you want? How does that make sense?
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense to you at all. Only to me.
So you want to seek answers? Is that it? As he pushes the blade closer to your gullet.
She tilts her chin up a little, try to, like, avoid it as best she can. The answers I seek are those to my own questions and no one else's.
So if people are in peril, would you save them? Or would you just ignore to find your own greed?
I am of noble blood. I have seen the dark side to everything, including this land. I do not see anyone below my station any less than what I am as a being. We all bleed the same blood. So if someone needs help, be it an old man trying to find a walking stick, a child looking for a playmate, or someone looking for an assassin of sorts, then I will be there to assist. What I do with my life is my choice. I haven't really had that chance granted to me. So I will take it by the horns if I have to.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. God damn it.
Wait, I'm sorry, not a persuasion. Not a persuasion. Hold on. Not a persuasion. Give me a minute. Actually, yeah, it is. Performance. There you go.
Oh, another performance check?
Yeah.
Okay. What's performance? +3. So, 16.
As you roll that, because you're performing on the life that you had, and you're showing this to him, he goes, "I sought wisely. Your answer stood true than the other two." As he backs out, you see that everything that you were around, the bar, everything, the people, Jackie, just disappear. And the only thing that shows up was the cleric wizard.
So Elena's, of course, going to look around frantically because all of a
You're
sudden everything
in-
she knew just, vanished.
Exactly. You're in just an empty field of forest. That's all you're in.
What are you?
I am one they call Morcus. I am sent here from another plane. I had to
Okay,
put you to the
thanks,
test. I had to put you to a test. Since I saw great warriors in my timeline, and you passed. Your heart is where it seeks. You find things that you want to find answers to, but you will protect those of honor and will. I muchly appreciate that. I am
What you
sorry.
thinking for?
I am sorry. Let me give my condolences and apology of how sorry I am to deceive you. But I had to know for sure.
Planeswalkers are rare in and of themselves. So what brings you to Ravenloft?
People have gone missing quite Harshly, I might say. Am I right on this?
They have, among others.
What if I told you that it was in coincidence that my being here and the people disappearing is not as far as you think? What if I told you that they are on the same purpose of what is happening now?
Does this also involve why the lords of Ravenloft are losing their minds?
Perhaps, among others. There is a disturbance that we need investigation. Now, I could do it, but I am not the type of person to do it. As all-powerful that I am, I live in a life of a balance, and the balance is being disrupted. But that's not all you are seeking on why people are disappearing. You're seeking things of your past that you need corrected. Am I right?
Not so much corrected, but answered. Yes.
What if I
Some-
what if I tell you, by helping the king of Tessera, you will be granted as such?
The answers to my questions?
Yes. And the answers to your people disappearing. And the lords losing their minds. Children's gone missing.
If I accept your offer, may I make one simple request?
And that is...
Allow me to write a note to my father to let him know I'm safe.
You may write to him? Actually, wait. Give me a persuasion check.
Sure.
Because he doesn't like being persuaded.
For a simple request? Shit.
Yeah, persuasion.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. No.
Even if... What did you roll?
I got a 4, and that would be... Oh, plus 5, so 9. Still not.
Okay. No, that's actually a pretty decent roll. Not great, but it's a decent. Marcus looks and says with an angrily face, I'm not one to be persuasive, but you can write a letter to your father, but you cannot tell him where you are going.
Agreeable. I just merely wish to let him know I'm safe, and not to worry.
So be it. So he just opens his hand and a quill with ink and a parchment paper and hands it to you.
Elena takes it, nods slightly, quickly writes a note. Just says, briefly saying, like, Father, I'm safe. Don't worry for me. I will come back. Gives him back the quill, folds the note, hands the note back.
And then gives a note. He places in his hand, claps, and then it disappears. I have sent it to your father's whereabouts. He will get it in the morning.
Okay, thank you. Although if I
This-
know my father, he'll probably get to much sooner.
This will be your gift that I give to you. A last request to your father. As he opens a portal, this time it's a it's a bluish purplish portal that's waving and everything, and as you walk into it, he just sits there. Marcus just sits there and just like, clever little Damphia. And he opens up another portal, but this portal is kind of weird. It has deformed trees, bushes that's like all over the place, and
Quick note.
he walks right in.
I could make a quick note. I just rolled them a dice for the hell of it. Fucking 19.
Wow.
You just ate up all your luck for the next 5 rolls.
I
Just
did,
saying.
I did,
Oh, yeah?
I did.
Yeah, most likely.
I did, without a doubt.
So, and now this one, we come to a land that's unfamiliar to the weather. He's seen it. He's seen it once in a blue moon, but it still doesn't make sense to Marcus.
Oh, the Moogle Queen.
Yeah, Moogle Queen.
Moogle Queen.
So Estella,
Oh my god. Me?
You can do it, Tifa.
Yeah, this is
I'm
gonna be
really
fun.
nervous.
don't be nervous. This is
Don't be nervous. It's
Just
okay.
treat it like COD. Just treat it like COD.
Treat it like COD.
Yeah, sorry.
so. Go ahead.
Treat it like COD
Where-
minus the rage.
Where are you in this area? This area is just like all deformed trees and little things going around, but then all of a sudden off in the distance it's like becoming corrupted. This is what Marcus sees. He just enters through a portal, and Marcus looks and says, I still have no idea what this world is about.
I'm sorry.
This
Fucking
world
great.
is kind of off-putting, but
I'm sorry.
oh well. Off to find our other warrior. Now, as that is happening, Elena. I mean, not Elena, Estella. Where's your character in, and what is she doing right now?
Okay, so in my world, or her world.
No, no, you're right. In my world, because
Oh, okay. I'm just like, bear with me, guys. I'm a little bit nervous, but
You're good.
okay. So in my world, there's this a festival going on. I'm doing my little dance. Like everybody's watching. I was dancing with my magics and also my companions right here. Furry white with yellow pom poms on its head. And everybody's
weird-looking dragon.
everyone's watching, and there's little kids are looking at my furry little creatures, and and I have a best friend standing like in the crowd somewhere, like he's tall, very tall, blonde hair, like in his night uniform, armor, all that, and he's watching me dancing and very gracefully, very like nicely. Everybody's cheering during the festival, and once the night closes, it was really dark, and the festival comes down to an end. Everybody wanted to like see me again, all that, and then my Moogles always like play. My furry little creatures are playing with little kids, and they're saying waving goodbye, he's saying good night, all that, and then. And I also said to my people who are all humans. There are some of them humans and some of them are elves. They both live in harmony together, but then there was like there's something a long time ago that had them like having in a war together. But I'm not going to say in detail just yet. But I waved goodbye to the humans and both elves. I walked towards the my woodland land. They're all woods and forests. All my creatures right here, they're called Moogles. They're called Moogles. They follow me around, and then one of them one little Moogle that has always been my best friend. I whispered to one name, Moggy, and then this little creature pops out of nowhere, like flew around my head, and like this one called Moggy. Moggy like flew like Koopo, and then trademark language like
Okay.
Koopo.
So, as the festival ends, what are you doing right now?
I'm walking
After
Walking
you
back
say
to my-
goodbye to everybody, what are you doing now?
I'm walking back into the forest with my Moggy right here. While the other Moogles are following too, but this one's my main one. Moggy is my main best one Moogle here.
Okay.
And then I walk back, going deeper and deeper into the forest. Like you can't see that much somewhere, like only but trees and bushes and like lands of greenery around me. Then I walked back into my woodland land. And then until I walked towards this place that is like look kind of grand. Like there's like staircases and the trees like all majestic and like all around me. And then up on the stairs, there's just a throne, and like it has a elf king sitting on the chair, and like right next to him is like none other than my childhood friend. They're both elves.
Okay.
The elf king stood there like they're sitting down like look all angry and like concerning, like they're trying to. He stared
Hold on.
down
Hey, Rob,
down at.
can you leave? Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
the elf king sitting there like all looks scary and like very angry and like very looks a bit too proud and arrogant. While my other childhood friends stood there right next to the king, like also looking down upon me with also anger and concern. I looked up to
Okay.
them and I just like not even like scared of them. And
So,
my Moogles right here, still
So
staying right
as
beside me.
so as that's happening, you see your two friends, and they look angrily.
Yep.
Okay. As you see them looking angrily, they're actually quite angrily at you because there is a love quarrel that they're not telling you about.
Yeah.
Your two friends, your two childhood friends, they welcome you back, but then they're both a little upset.
The elf king and my childhood friend.
Yeah, your childhood best friend is a little upset. But as he was talking to the Elf King welcomes you with open arms and saying, Estella, come, my dear. I have great and wonderful news. But first, how was the parade? How was the festival?
And I looked up at him like, and like staring at him like, I'm like, your Majesty, what's going on with you?
Nothing. Just the brightest of days that I can actually just be happy for once.
I looked at my my childhood friend right there who's just standing there. I just look at him like, what's going on here? Why is he acting like this? Why is His Majesty acting like this?
Well, you see, Estella, I have come to talk to the Majesty about you. We've known each other for many a years, and we've been friends ever since we were children. But there is a quarrel that myself and I had to bestow upon the king. And the reason why, I asked the king for your hand in marriage. And the king is granting me this. But as we are so understanding, you don't want to be married. But instead you play with these little furry things. So I decided that I'd make the decision for you by asking the king. And the reason why we are both upset is my liege. And the king, the high elf king, just looks at him and looks at you. He goes, Estella, your parent has entrusted me with you. But I think it's time for you to knock off the charades and marry Brunos. I think it's time for you to grow as not just a lovely person playing with these creatures, but for you to open your heart as an adult. Being, how do we say, married?
She just look shocked, like, so I breathe in very slowly. I breathe very slowly and like. Then my Moogle is like saying "Goopo, Goopo, Goopo, Goopo."
Why did I add
Sorry.
this Moogle to my campaign?
Because she's your girl.
Fortunately.
But I
You love her.
And she is a familiar.
And
Oh,
she
damn.
begged you.
Yeah, she's your familiar. Alright, go ahead.
but I ignore my Moogle's sounds like saying "Goopo." I still stare at the Elf King and my childhood friend, and I told him, Ian, how could you do this? This is not what we had intended. What did you tell him?
Ian looks to you and looks at his friend Bruno. And Ian goes, well, Bruno and I sought your beauty when we were all kids. I am very angry with Bruno because he went to the king and asked for your hand. But I can't help myself because I have grown infatuated with you. I was just too scared and nervous to tell you. I too want your hand in marriage. As you see Bruno and Ian just like look each other dead angrily. I think the only way you could get out of this is if you choose me. And then I will be happy. I mean, we will be happy.
Damn.
My
Elena's watching from wherever she can, shaking her head.
my Moogle is still saying like "Goopo, Goopo." I still ignore Moggy. Goopo, Goopo. I stayed silent for for a couple of seconds. Oop. Sorry.
Bonnie's just like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Bye.
Alright.
I stood in silence for about a few seconds. Then I stared it back at them, saying, "Never."
Ian looks at both the king and Bruno, and the king and Bruno, they're getting a little frustrated, and Ian turns to you. He's like, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're in majorly trouble. You've been single. We have to stay with our kind.
Wow.
Our kind is what makes us grow. And by marrying me, you won't have to listen to the king anymore. I mean, Bruno, he's a dipshit. I don't even know what's going on between them. I don't know what's going on between everyone here. Everyone's just getting mind fucked. But if we do this, I guarantee you, we can be happy.
Fuck off. Jesus.
And I stared at them very sternly and said, my answer still stands. Never.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
Roll a d20, Tifa.
Got this.
You can do it. Do it.
Can you remind me again on what happens if I roll this? Or do I have to need to add anything?
Roll and add your intimidation.
Okay. There's nothing.
Oh, the tray I got her.
That's right. There you go. That's your
Hey.
phone. Okay.
There,
Okay.
roll a
Give me
d20.
good one. Give me a good one. I have 6.
You don't have to show me. Just tell me.
16.
16. Add
What's
your
modifier?
Intimidation.
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 Intimidation. 2. 16.
So
So
18.
18.
18.
18.
Nice.
As you firmly just stand there and you stomp your heel and then frustrating with your hands, you point them down, saying no. I gotta roll for the king. Hold on. Okay.
King's gonna have some crazy on there.
Okay.
Hopefully you open that one.
Bruno is shocked as a gentle flower as you are, and seeing your Moogle just going haywire with the little cross on its head, like, you know, when you're angry and it just starts poping like it's fucking pissed.
Oh,
Your Moogle is turning from white to pink to red. And Moggy is going based off your reaction. And as you're saying that, Ian is shocked and stunned and traumatized, and Bruno is shocked and stunned and traumatized. However, the king, he's getting pissed. He walks up to you and just saying, so you don't want to marry Bruno, and you don't want to marry Ian. You must be wed. And he grabs your Moogle. He grabs Moggy. He goes, I will throw him to our beasts in the Shadow Forest if you do not choose a suitor. Choose now! And as Moggy's just like, you know, going all over the place trying to escape the king's grasp, I need you, for Moggy, I need Moggy to roll a, well, actually, before he grabs him, I need Moggy to roll an acrobatics check.
Okay. Okay, Moggy. Here you go. Here you go.
I have
Yeah.
Moggy's stats. I have to give that to you. Just roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just roll.
Okay, Moggy. You ready?
Yeah, roll it.
Okay. Let's go, Moggy.
I swear if it pulls a fucking nat 20, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, no. 17.
17.
Oh, damn.
Wow, pretty close.
that's a
As the
fast
king,
move.
as the king angrily grabs Moggy just like, it just poofs right out of his hand. And he's just like, these fucking creatures.
Yes. The movie was really seen
Nice.
So,
today.
but he is scared because the king never acted like this before. So he gets frustrated and he asks, "You must choose now, or I will tear down this whole forest and burn every last Moogle, including your little pet behind you. Will you choose a suitor?"
And I said, yeah. And then I got onto my Moggy. I'm like, because I don't want anyone to hurt him. And that. But then I still look around in the forest, and then back up to the Elf King, like not saying anything for like a few seconds again. And then I said, and I'm clenching my fists. I'm just like, after all this we've been through, this is what I get.
It's not my intention. But you must be married. We must keep our kind alive.
Then I looked at him again. He'd be like, but your Majesty, all this that we've been through, it's all been for nothing. You're just gonna have me like marry off with some lowlife right here.
And they're both getting shocked and angrily pissed that you call them lowlives.
Wow.
Nice.
Bruno comes from a wealthy family of elves. We want to stay away from all kinds. Our kind should be with our kind. He can be right. Eon. There's not much to say about him.
And then I told him I am not going through this. And I have the will to make my own decision. I thought you're like a father to me, but then I don't see you as one anymore. And then I just,
as you say that, he jolts right to you and puts you up to the wall, and he says to you, "I need you to make an acrobatics check. Make an acrobatics check to see if you can dodge his force."
13, 18.
Oh, she's just messing up your whole game, ain't she?
Actually, no, he rolled a nat 20.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Terrible.
So, as he charges at you, you try to maneuver, and Moggy gets in the way, and he pushes Moggy off and grabs you and puts you right towards the wall and says, "So you think our people should merge with other creatures? Is that what you think?" As he yells at you.
Oh wait, so he pinned me to like a wall or something?
Yeah, holding you to a wall.
Oh, okay.
Janky.
Like how hard is he like?
He
like,
got you by the shoulders and he's holding you towards the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, so like this.
Oh. Like with both hands or like just
yeah,
one?
with both hands. Both hands.
Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm trying to imagine what happened.
Janky.
Sad that I did the minute he said it.
Abaddon.
Yeah, I'm like in slight pain the way he like gripping my shoulders and everything. I'm just like I'm like slightly in pain, but then I just like I am like ouch, and then I just like still look at him in like I'm very very angry and like saying, don't you remember a long time ago that we stopped this whole mess? Like that is my intention. I want us to become one. I want all the races, all the humans and elves and all my Muggles right here to become one. Like no more sufferings and like no more racism going on. I just want everyone to be together.
As the king hears you say that and pleading, he goes, "Well, I changed my mind. Throughout the years, it's just been like everybody wants just to be them, just to be with their own people. Everybody's harassing because we're elves, orcs, goblins, shitoramas, everything is just coming to So you're telling me that you feel is best that it doesn't matter what creature or race you are? Is that what you will fight for? Fight for equalism?"
And I just stare at him defiantly and say, yes. And I'm pretty sure that is the will of the gods too.
Make a persuasion check. No, actually, intimidation. Sorry, intimidation check.
Oh, intimidation. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
because you're
Do it.
standing firm.
Please don't give me the lowest one. Don't give me the lowest. Give me a good one. Intimidation or persuasion?
Intimidation.
Intimidation.
Oh, okay.
Because you're standing firm to your ground.
16.
You added your persuasion too?
Mhm.
Okay.
14, 15, 16. Yep.
The king looks at you and says, and it wasn't his voice. You passed the test, my dear. As he backs away, everything just changes, and you're in the middle of the forest, behind a big tree that's like not too far from the castle, from the high tree castle that you knew where the king and everything was.
Mhm.
And you see this guy wearing purple with gold trimmings with a green sash just popped out and saying, "You have a pure heart. I never witnessed. This land is very unfamiliar to me, but and this little creature, what is it called again?"
I still, while you're talking, I'm still looking around and saying, you're thinking, where am I? Where is this place? All that.
You
But
know
then-
where you are. It's how you got there.
Yeah. I'm like, where am I? But then when I look at Moggy, I'm really, because that part, one of the parts that made me relieved to myself that Moggy is still here with me and like couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
without
I
Moggy.
fooled Moggy too. Moggy's just like, "What the fuck just happened?" Moggy's like, "Oh, Koopa, Koopa the fuck, Koopa." That's what Moggy's doing. So, go ahead. So as you're saying that, he goes, "I am sorry to deceive you, young one. Well, you of your years of age, you're not so young, but in my eyes, you're very young. But I'm sorry to deceive you. I just had to know if you were right. Your world is becoming quite dishonest. And so for the thing that you have just seen would be your future if I had not come to intervene. Your land, people are going crazy and very different. There are answers about your past that you have no idea how or where or even why it's all happening to you. But if you join, you can actually find the answers and help the king in Tessera. You can find and open your heart and maybe, perhaps find the answers you seek. And your little creature friend can come too."
I talk to him, like I'm looking up at him, like I heard of read about a lot of gods, but you, I have not heard of. Who are you?
I am Morcos. You know, you're kind of exquisite. The other companions that I ran into were just a lot different from what you are. Let's just say their personalities, yeah, different. But you, stranger, so soft and subtle. Perhaps we'll make a man out of you. Just kidding.
Oh God, why would you do
I
that?
look around.
Well then, why?
The Mulan, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Me
just a
and
joke.
Marvel-
That was just a
La La
joke.
Land, let's
That
go.
was just a joke.
Oh,
I only did it
terrible.
as a joke.
It's okay. I know what you're into now.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Wow. Okay.
Thanks for that one.
So he says, one of them. I would like to see how this is gonna act with these companions, with you on the other hand. But what do you seek, my dear? I've seen it in your past. For I am a high Celtic wizard that lives his life between time and space. What is it that you seek?
And I looked at him, and he meant in my head. I'm like, he mentions he's a wizard. I'm like, he's like, oh, he's a wizard, probably the same as me. But then I also like folded my hands like this, and also looking down at the floor, and like my Moggy's like trying to comfort me and like all that. I'm from my back right here.
Okay.
And I'm like this, looking at the ground, looking like a little bit sad. And I'm thinking about the past of my kingdom, and I said,
As you're saying that, this aura stone that he wears around his neck is glowing, and you see his eyes, before you even tell him, you see his eyes roll back, and they're pure white. And then he comes to, and then he goes, "Hush, my child. You need not say anything. I have seen what you are looking for. Help us and bring peace to your realm. And I can guarantee you, you will find the answers you seek on this journey. And as I said before, your little creature friend can come too."
Moggy was like, "Goodbye." And then I looked at Moggy and like back at Marcus. I told him, my companions right here, they're called Moogles. Goodbye.
Moogles. Never heard of it. It'll be funny to see how powerful these creatures are. So please, if you can and you want to find the answers you seek, he opens up a portal, a bluish purple portal that's like wave of water. Please, you will find companions there. I must say though, one of them can be a real pain to be around, but I sense greatness in her.
I feel attacked right now.
Oh, are you talking about Prime or Elena? That's a better question. Because apparently Elena's a little sneaky bitch.
Well, it's coming. Just be mindful on the people that you will meet and gather. So, do you agree?
Yeah, and I'm thinking like for a few seconds, and then I nodded yes.
Then please, by all means.
And then I said to Moggy, like, come on, Moggy, let's go. Go. And then Moggy followed me like to where the portal is.
As the portal closes, Marcus opens up another portal, and he says to himself, "Moogles. Never have the pleasure. Want to know what they taste like in the stew."
Oh my god.
No Moogles for dinner.
All the moves are there.
Strange child. Very peculiar. But I have eaten everything in all the realms and times and space. Maybe it could be a delicacy.
Oh, Christ.
They're too small, and I have a pretty big appetite. No thanks.
Gonna make him go extinct with that.
Oh shit.
Wow. So,
He made a character that was like, "I want to eat your Moogle," and she's like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
yeah, my half dragon, he's never seen that type of character, and he was just like, yeah, he's hungry. He eats. My character eats a lot. doesn't gain their weight. But moving on. So he
I'm so
opens up.
nervous.
He opens this another portal, and it's of nothing but white fluff with plain in design, and he goes walking through it. And now he walks into a portal, into a land where it's being desecrated, but it's calm at the same time. So he search out and he goes, well, another Kanasi I gotta look for. Oh wait, I'm sorry, not a Kanasi, sorry. Not a Kanasi. He goes, well, another elf I gotta look for. I just looked. This one is not as sweet as the last one I just met, but we will see. So as he appears, before he goes through the portal, Sin, where are you at, and what is your character doing right now?
I'm in the middle of the forest hunting for food and sustenance for the kids at the orphanage that I work at, that I run actually. It's been a very scarce week because all the hunters and stuff have been destroying and killing just for fun, so I'm struggling to find something at this point in time.
Okay. As you're doing that, where is your character now, and what is he doing? Like,
So right now he's complaining because he's out of practice from using his crossbow, but he's sitting on branches, scoping out the track of an unusually large beast he can't quite put his finger on.
all right. So as you're walking around, following the tracks of this beast that you can't put your finger on, and the children are back at the orphanage that you're running, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You manage to find. Actually, give me a survival check.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, roll a d20 and add your survival modifier.
Survival, I have 21.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh. Off to a good start.
These tracks are pretty big. It reminds you of something very dangerous. According to your knowledge and your skill with that roll, the footprint seems like a dinosaur print.
Alright, sure.
But
How?
there was not just those footprints. You notice as you walk even further, you find 3 child footprints
Oh no.
following that track.
Did all these kids get out again? I really need to talk to the damn secretary. Alright, well. Guess I gotta do what I gotta do. Alright, so, I investigate.
Alright,
See where they're going.
roll me an investigation. Well, you know what? With that high of a roll, I would still say it's a survival check, but you're investigating on what? What are you investigating on?
On if any blood is there, if the kids are injured.
Alright, I would say that's still a... I will let that go as a survival check because you are following the prints, and with that high of a roll, there is no blood. No blood is there, but you see big trees that have been fallen, and it wasn't chopped down. These were broken.
Okay.
And as that high of a roll, you see the tracks of the kids' footprints, of the 3 kids' footprints, still following the gigantic track, the gigantic footprints.
Right. Well, at least I know that they've been paying attention to what I've been doing. At least they're tracking this dinosaur. Uh-huh.
Dinosaur.
Alright, so dinosaurs. How do I kill a dinosaur? So as I'm walking, as I'm tracking, I'm trying to consider what my plan of action is. I'm not used to dinosaurs. I'm used to bears and stuff. So this is fairly new to me.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why it's intriguing you to follow it, because these kids, they followed the footprints because they never seen anything like it.
Right. I have to follow these non-kids. Perfect. Kids. So I wind up in this big, spacious area where the dinosaur seems to have slipped and fallen because he's not used to the terrain himself.
Well, he
And the
didn't
kids-
slip and fall. He was going through. Basically,
Okay.
where you are right now, as you follow the
Mhm.
footprints, it's a wide open. It's like, how do I say? It's like as wide as a football field.
Oh,
Not
boy.
not 100 yards, but as wide as a football field.
Okay.
So it's breaking. You see all the stuff like tree limbs. You see little dead squirrels and everything got their head crushed in and whatnot. Yeah, I went that dark. I do apologize.
Mm.
And
That's
as it's
fine.
going,
That's fine.
going through, you hear "Ah! Ah! Ah!" Screaming, loud pitch
Okay.
screaming.
So I'm running. Of course I'm running.
All right, so you want to run towards the scream.
Yeah, of course.
I want you to make a where is it? Oh, there goes the other block. Hold on. Nope, that's not it. Sorry. Hold on. Ah, here it is. I need you to make me. Should I do this one or should I just? Actually, there would be an investigation. Yeah. Make me an investigation check on where you're running towards that scream, because it sounds like it's far, but you don't know how far.
1 second. 19.
19. That's a good roll. Plus your modifier.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a
19.
19. Okay, so you bolt, and you don't follow the footprints because of your hunting skills and everything. You just know that it came from the left. It came from the left. So you start darting left,
Mm-hmm.
and as you keep running up, you hear a loud roar.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear thumping, and you hear trees breaking. And as these are you see trees just flying all over the place. As this is happening, I need you to also make an acrobatics check to make sure that these trees are not flying at you.
Oh.
Because they're right where you're running towards is where the kids are, but this thing is just like throwing everything all over the place.
I got a 5.
A 5.
Damn.
Okay. As
Yeah,
you
hit by a train.
as you get to like close to the screams, you can hear a tree branch breaks off to another tree as it's breaking off and whacks you on the head. Let me see. Environments. Okay. You take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Alright. 3 points of damage.
Worth it if I can find these kids, damn it.
So you're getting up and you're woozy and you're seeing like, what the fuck just happened? The noise just stops.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are not screaming. And you hear something a little past the trees, like breathing hard. What do you do now?
I have a feeling that something is amiss. And all that screaming is just heavy panting. I'd like to. I want to trust my gut on this. I want to do a perception check because I feel like something is
Okay.
weird.
Okay, go ahead.
Mhm. No, 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Which your cleric skills and you as a an Ergonasi.
What else?
No,
I mean,
no.
sorry,
what else?
sorry, sorry. A wood elf. As a wood elf being raised up in the forest and everything in the plains, something you see, something is not right about all this. But the loud roars that you are hearing is very much real.
Okay. So I cautiously walk up towards the sounds that I've heard up until now, after bandaging my face to keep the blood out of my eyes, to make sure that, at the very least, the kids are all right.
Okay, so you continue on forward to where you heard the screams last.
Cautiously.
All right. So I need you to make a stealth check because right now you're coming up to the beast, and where is it?
5.
5. You're not cautious enough, and the beast hears you out in the distance.
1.
So now, with that being said, I mean, you have shrubbery and everything. Oh, excuse me. And now all of a sudden, you hear a loud roar once again, but this time you hear footsteps coming at your direction.
Okay. So, of course, I'm going to. I'm gonna face this thing head on. So, I stand my ground and wait and see what's going to happen.
So as you stand your ground, you see 2 children just pop up out of the thing, yelling, "Abernathy! Abernathy! No! No!" And what pops up before you is a giant Terroresque.
Really? Really? You gonna throw that at the beginning of the game?
Wow.
A giant Terroresque
You're just
is coming towards you
trash.
as you're seeing it right now.
Wow.
You're mean. You're fucking mean.
Well, seeing
The,
that,
the
I
worst
believe in my
part is
God.
it's an illusion, and all the players know it's an illusion, but our characters don't. This guy is shitting his
Here's the
pants
thing,
right
what if
now.
it's not,
You
though?
poor person. I am so sorry.
No.
Remember,
So,
wait, guys.
you're facing
Remember
a
his
lotus
perception. Remember his perception check.
Something is off. I'm already.
That's
aware.
Something
why
was
I-
off. Something was off, but the loud roars and where that's coming from, that is very much real.
So, I'm going to see if I could talk to this
It's freaking
beast.
trash.
So you want to try to hold your ground to talk to the Terroresque.
Yes, because
No.
I don't
That's
believe.
Okay.
I
What do you
believe
say
that
to the
sounds-
children that's yelling towards you? Don't. Now, mind you, there's only 2 children now.
Now, if I recall correctly, I saw three footprints of kids. Or
You
two?
saw 3 footprints.
Okay.
3 of them were screaming, but then when you got hit with the branch, you were knocked out, so you don't know what happened. Now 2 kids
That is true.
emerge.
So if they're telling me don't, that means that they are either afraid for me, or they are up to something, and they're afraid that I might do something. So I think my first move is to say, I know you're hiding. So I'm not talking to the beast himself, I'm talking to the kids. Go someplace safe. Don't worry about me. I can handle myself.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
I swear if
Ooh,
you roll
20.
another 5. Ooh, that's 20.
Nat 20?
Yep.
Shit.
The kids stand there utterly listening, and they know what you're capable of, but they're very scared, and they just hide right where they are in the bushes, screaming, just quietly crying and everything. They just don't want to make. They just want to make sure that you will be okay. So they stay put and hide. They don't want to leave because if they leave, they will make a ruckus and a noise. Because if I have to roll and you tell them to leave, I have to roll at disadvantage because they're kids. They have no training skills. They only have somewhat of training skills. So, because of that roll, I'm going to say that they're hiding and they're blending with the forest of what you had taught them.
All right. So as long as you're safe, I'm fine with it. Just
Okay.
do not make any sudden movement. So I talked to the beast in front of me.
Well, the beast is not there yet. He's running and he's breaking down branches and he's
Right.
pissed.
And I'm shouting to the beast, "You're not from this area. We don't normally have your type out here.
Okay.
I do not believe that you are as much of a danger as you're trying to prove me to be."
As you're saying that, the creature holds. Hold on, I have to get his page out. Give me a minute. Shit. Alright. Here's his stat blocks. Alright, I'm gonna need you, because you're trying to communicate with the creature, as it runs towards you. I'm gonna need you to make a nature check. Because you're
14.
14. That's plus your modifier?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh. As you're saying that, it runs at you. And it just slides. And it just looks beady, dead in your eyes. And it just says... And you hear it in its mind, since you're communicating with it. Why? Why stand here?
Why stand here? Well, it's very simple. If I attack these kids who I've raised and who know me, they have a tendency to try to fight with me. So in order to keep them safe, I'm trying to show them that violence isn't the only solution.
As you see the beast, like, just looks, and this beast is like fucking 150 feet tall. It's dinosaur with spikes along its back, spiked horns, claws that's like to just reach out and just flick you off like that, like you're nothing but a little ant. And as raging as it is, all he's doing is roaring at you. And he's becoming a little very, very much agitated that he doesn't want to understand or hear what you have to say. And he just replies, I'm going to take over this land and everything else. As he's saying that into your mind, and he romps on his tail, and then he goes, let me show you. And then the big ass dinosaur turns around and he smacks every fucking tree flying all over the place.
Ooh, big scary.
Big scary.
As he does
Watch him
that,
go,
he looks and he goes to you as you're still communicating it. You didn't like that? Then fine. He opens his palm and he has a little kid just dangling. Right there. The third kid that was missing. And you see that he's pretty cut up. He's pretty hurt.
So
He's hurt but not dead.
At least he's alive. So I say to the boy, why were you chasing this beast? Were you not afraid? Did you not know better?
Abernathy, all the things that you had done, we just wanted to bring you a gift. Showing that your teaching,
What?
your teachings helps us.
Your life is my gift.
Awesome.
Where'd you bring your
Don't
gifts?
you
We're
know-
gonna hunt down the giant
Don't
monster.
you know
that's
you being
kill
safe,
us.
you living, is a gift for me. I need nothing more. And as for you, beast, if you do not let this child down, I will have to do things that I haven't done in generations.
The beast looks at the child, licks him just to get the taste of his blood, and the kid cries, "Help! Abernathy, help!"
Alright, so
The Tesseract looks at you and just snarls. So I need you to make an intimidation check. No, actually, no, because you persuaded him. No, wait.
What about a performance check?
No, not a performance check. I would say.
He did a persuasion.
Stop with persuasion check.
I would say, yeah, do a persuasion check. Because you're trying to persuade him.
19.
19?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Let's hope.
Ooh.
Nope.
Sorry to do this, but the Tesseract just looks at you and is like...
Tesseract. I thought it was Tesseract.
Tesseract. I don't know how to pronounce it. Terroresque. Whatever. It just looks at you like... What could you do that... to me? No more talk. And he takes the kid and puts him on his tongue.
Before he does it, I shoot my crossbow. Can I shoot my crossbow while he's moving?
You can try.
I will try.
Okay. As he's putting the kid into the mouth.
I aim for the kid's shirt.
So you want to shoot the arrow to get the...
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to roll me a what would that be? Would that be?
Maybe it.
I would say roll me an athletic. No, roll me a survival check.
acrobatic.
No, not acrobatics. Acrobatics is like dodging. Roll me a survival check, because with your years of experience and everything, you're trying to aim so you're not killing the kid or missing the kid.
An 8?
An 8 plus.
Yeah, 5 plus a 3 is an 8.
Well, as I will do this.
Wouldn't he get advantage on that though, because he's done it for years?
That is true. Roll with an advantage. Yes, I would say yes. Roll with advantage because you have you've taught these kids pretty well, and they were doing what you were teaching. Yes, I would say roll with advantage. Roll a d20 one more time.
Hold on, let me do it again. Yeah, that's a 6.
So basically an 8. I will say this: as you shoot the arrow, the kid does fall, but it still lands on the Tesseract's jaw, like on his tooth, and he's hanging on for dear life.
Well, at least it's not in his hand. I'll take that. You can always question me. Messing around.
So as you're doing this, he reaches out and grabs you and starts squeezing. Why protect these kids?
Because they're my charges.
Charges?
I care for these kids as if they were my own children.
And he just roars at you with the kid dangling on his jaw. Why?
Would you at least put the kid down if you're gonna roar at me like that?
If you don't answer me, I'm just gonna push him into my mouth and he'll be a delectable little morsel. As he puts his, as the Tesseract puts his jaw right there, ready to eat him.
That's fair. So the reason is because these kids remind me of myself at their age. Their suffering is unfair. They have no parents. They have no home. I'm the only person that cares for them the way I do. So you attacking them is like attacking me.
So you're saying you would take their life? You would give your life for them?
Always.
So be it. And he takes the kid and puts him down and he throws you into his mouth.
Right.
Right before he does that, the kid that fell transforms back into the wizard cleric and dispatches the Tesseract.
Hey.
I felt you coming.
He yells to the beast, back, back. He tells, the cleric wizard tells you, take the kids and run. I can't hold him back as much.
Kids, run in front of me so I can keep you safe. And
so as you're running, I have to roll for Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you're running, taking the other two kids,
mm-hmm.
you see that the cleric wizard is trying to hold off Tesseract, but because the Tesseract, he is practically almost immune to magic, he shifts time and space and sends him off to a further place away from the village.
Okay.
So as he's done that, Marcus walks back towards you. And he says, you were going to risk your life to fight a great being like that? Not even I, and I am very high of a wizard, can maintain him.
Yeah, they tell me I do stupid things. But before we get to what I'm doing, why would you put my children in danger?
I didn't put your children in danger. Your children, there was two of them, and they started following the beast. I was just coming here to greet you, but saw something of those footprints to be amiss. So I transformed myself into a child and followed them.
Forgive my rudeness then. You have my gratitude.
I don't like to see children hurt. Other than that, I don't like to intervene either. But I think that because of my life on how I live, they're just beginning their balance. And for something like that big to be eaten would probably be very unfair.
I understand.
So I ask you, why were you so eager to devote your life for the children?
I believe that children are our destiny. If we cannot protect them, what purpose should we have to live?
Even coming from a great dino being like that?
Well, I believe that I would be protecting them for at least as long as I can. And that was my goal.
I have seen your past life and wondering, are you still eager to answer the questions that you have been eagerly wanting to be answered that you to this day have not figured out yet?
What I know is, as long as I can help those in need, I'll be satisfied. That is the life that I've chosen, regardless of the answers that I have had.
And you
I
have
feel
seen...
like I've not done enough.
And you have seen creatures coming upon that's not of this world, like the Tereski.
Exactly.
Maybe we could help each other.
I don't see why not.
The planes are shifting from one cleric to another. The plans are shifting, as you of all know this. I need you to roll a perception check.
Okay.
All right. With advantage, because you are a cleric.
I rolled twice.
Roll 2 d20s.
You can take the higher of the two.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, not a perception. A history check.
Oh, can I roll over then?
Yeah. Make yeah. That was my fault.
That's fine.
You can roll twice.
Alright. Let's go with 6. Jeez.
6.
Yep.
What was your second roll?
2.
Oh shit. All right.
Jeez.
All right. Because of this roll, you have ideas of somewhat the planes, but you don't understand what he's talking about. Because being a cleric, you have acknowledgement, somewhat of an acknowledgement of the planes, but you have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
What are you even? You know what? I'm just gonna take your word for it. It's probably for the best.
So you don't have no. He scratches his head. He goes, "Are you out of practice?"
Listen, I've been raising kids this entire time. Kids are stressful. I have to make sure they're safe.
Kids are stressful.
Oh well. Yeah, they can be little brats. Especially this one little furry animal that I met.
Was it cute at least? Did it have something going for it?
Never ate it before, but I find that it's not to my taste. And it says one from one cleric to another. It says one damn word, and I have no idea what it's talking about.
Oh, I gotta see this thing, man. Sounds exciting.
Well, perhaps you will. In honor to protect your children and to find the answers you seek. This adventure will be benefiting to you. And maybe you can find more about yourself that's within inside you that I see in your past and in your future that you could become.
Oh, but my God's protecting me. I'm excited to go.
Were you ever an outcast when you were a child?
Even when I was around people, I was alone.
Well, my
What?
friend, by doing this, you'll never have to be alone. So he opens a portal for you. And fear not of your children. I will cast a time spell that will freeze them into place like you haven't gone anywhere. But I can only hold that up for so long. So please, make haste.
So he sprints through the thing. I have to be back for my kids.
Shuts the portal. Marcus goes, strange one, but devotive. I can't believe that he was about to become a chew toy to a Tereski. I would have never done that. Oh well. So he opens up another portal.
Well, he says. Oh, well, he says.
I have a question, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's important or not, but you've been saying each color portal for each person. What was the color portal for him?
It was more of an airplane. Because it's open. He's in a world where kids are, he's taking care of kids and he wants them in an open area so they have room to grow. So it's like an open plane. So it's like a greenish meadow, I would say.
All right, thank you.
Yep. So as he opens up another portal, this one, he opens up a portal of just, it's kind of a rustic brown portal. And he jumps in. So, Victor. You, where you are, and what is your character doing? What are you doing?
I'm in the monastery. Listen, studying, looking up information so I could better my craft.
Okay, so you're in a monastery, trying to better your craft. So what are you doing at this moment right now?
I'm sitting at a desk, taking notes of and what language was it again? Oh, so some primordial chart I found that mentions something martial arts related.
Okay, so you're looking to some things to update your skills. Okay, so as your character is sitting down trying to work on its study on scrolls, I'm guessing. Am I right?
Yes.
All right. So it's in its monastery as scrolls.
I snuck in, by the way.
Huh?
They don't know I'm here. I snuck in. They don't know I'm
Oh,
here.
so you're in a different monastery, or you're in a monastery and not only privileged people are allowed in.
I'm a rogue monk.
So
You know
so basically you're infiltrating.
Yeah, I snuck in.
Okay.
that.
So,
Fine, fine.
as you snuck in, I need you to make a stealth check.
Oh, okay. That's quick. Let's.
Well, because if you're in there and you're reading, you want to make sure that you're not being heard as you read. Because you could clink something can fall over.
Okay. So I roll 11. I rolled 11
An
plus
11?
2 for stealth,
So
so
13?
13.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that, I will say, as you're reading a scroll and you stand up to walk around because you find something interesting, you get lost in it a little bit. And as you get lost, you knock over a lamp. But
Can I roll?
hold on.
Can I roll an acrobatics?
Hold on. No, with that roll, it's still okay. It's still a good roll. I'm gonna allow this. You knock over a lamp. The lamp falls, but with your monk skills, you use your foot to catch it, and then as you're trying to catch that, you dip, and you grab the wax as it just burns your skin. I'm gonna just say, I am gonna say that you take 1 point of damage. I'm just gonna live it right there. You take 1 point of damage because of the burn,
Okay,
and you're trying so hard not to scream because it was hot.
makes sense. Okay.
So you lift it up, and then you gently take it, and then you start scrubbing off the wax that's on your hand, shaking it off. So you're reading, and it becomes clear to you that you can't stay there any longer. So you grab up all the scrolls that you had found, and what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna roll a perception check, see what's around.
Okay. Roll for perception.
Okay. Another 13.
Another 13 plus.
No, it's a 9 plus 4.
Okay, 9 plus 4.
Yeah.
It's in a dim lighted area, and basically all that you see is just scrolls, random books, and parchment paper. You really don't see anything else.
Okay. All right. So well, let me put this back. So I don't get caught, and get ready to leave.
Okay. So are you still stealthing out of there, or you just...
Oh, definitely stealthing out of here.
Okay,
Definitely stealthing.
roll another stealth check for me.
Okay. Because don't want to get caught. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 10 plus 2. That's a 12.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
Okay.
suspicious.
So, alright. So, are you going out the window, or down the stairs, or just, going through the buildings? Alright, you go out the window. Okay. You slip. As you're going down, you're probably maybe 75 feet down already. And come to find out, you're at the end of your rope because you tied too much on the top. So now you're from a distance of maybe I would say about 50 feet.
Oof.
But right at the end of the rope, you try your best to, like, you know, jump off and land perfectly, silently.
Mhm.
However,
Face plant.
you slip and
Nope.
you land right
Acrobatics.
on your ass.
Wait, acrobatics. Acrobatics.
So you want to make an acrobatics check?
Yeah.
All right, roll for acrobatics, but do so with disadvantage because you were at the end of your rope.
Yeah, all right, so I rolled an 11. My acrobatics is +4.
Okay, that's a 15.
Okay.
Roll in one more.
Okay. That was a 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, you land on your fucking ass.
Yeah.
You slip and land on your ass. If you roll,
Okay.
if you rolled anything higher than that 11, you would have been safe. But you land on your ass, and you take another 1 point of damage. 1 point of fall damage.
Okay, gotcha.
So now you're walking around, and because of that land, I'm not gonna say that you made a loud noise, but it did startle a
A guard.
guard in the far area, and he was just like, what was that? So he starts walking to the area, and you're over there, and you're trying to get up. You're like, oh my fucking ass! And you're trying to, like, you know, squidge out of there and try to slide down the fucking rocks. And it takes a little moment for the guard to get there, but because of the stealth, he doesn't see you. You get out of there, but you got something stuck up your ass. So, but as you're walking and you're like a little sore, you see a beaming of light, just like right off the distance. I need you to roll a perception check again.
Okay, gotcha. That was an 8 +4.
8 plus 4,
So
so
it's
that's
12.
12. Okay. With that roll, you just caught a quick glimpse of it. Not sure if it was far or near because it just happened so fast, and as you went, it just dimmed away. But you know the direction where it came from. You just don't know how far it is.
Okay.
So as you're walking, do you walk towards it, or do you go on a different path?
Definitely walking towards it. It looks interesting.
Okay, so you walk towards the dimming light as it dimmed. You don't know how far, but you just keep walking. And you keep walking. You walked for almost 2 hours and still haven't found the shit.
Oh.
There.
So what is your
I wonder
character?
where it went. I wonder where it went. But 2 hours is a bit much. So I'm just gonna forget it. I have better things to do. Let's go handle something else.
Okay, because of that low of a roll, when you were walking for the past 2 hours, you don't know where you're kind of lost. It's in the middle
Okay.
of the night. You're kind of lost because you were searching for a light that you only caught a glimpse of as it was disappearing. So do you still continue, or do you want to try a different direction?
Well, since I might as well head back to the monastery and just so I can get my bearings, or at least look for the monastery, like direction, like just see the building.
So where do you go?
So I
You
get my
go
bearings.
straight, you go back, you go left, you go right.
No, I turn to see the monastery, and then I keep walking.
No, you're far from the monastery.
2 hours, not that fast. Okay, so
Monks are fast. They are pretty fast.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I might as well.
All right, so
I'll just explore.
so you still keep going straight. All of a sudden, you hear little creaks around. I need you to roll another perception check.
Please give me something high all the time. Well, 13.
13 plus your modifier.
No. I rolled on that one. It's terrible. It's a terrible roll.
Okay. Basically, all you see is dark shit and everything, and you're just like, it's probably a fucking monkey or just something running around in the bushes. I don't care. My ass really hurts. That you're fixated on your ass because you fell on a fucking rock. So
That's 50 foot tall.
yeah. So but you landed on a fucking rock. Asshole first. So it felt like
Why you gotta be asking for Janet?
because you landed on
Whatever.
your ass. So
Whatever.
anyway, moving on. So as you're walking, out of nowhere, you just see this fucking ninja-like bandit with 2 swords right behind you.
Interesting.
But you don't hear him coming. You don't hear him at all. He signals to something. And you don't hear him, you don't see him, but he is behind you.
Yeah, this happens.
Alright. Okay.
But what did I do? What did I do this
I
time?
need you to roll. I need you to roll me a acrobatics check. Because you hear something being blown at you.
I rolled a 14. 10 plus 4.
10 plus 4? Okay.
Mhm.
With you honing your skills, you feel like something's amiss. So you hear something being blown, but you don't react to it. You turn and you get a dart stuck in your neck.
Jeez.
Yeah. The
Okay.
the bandit rolled a 19 plus 2.
So, how much damage do I take?
You don't take any damage. This one stuns you. You're just being stunned. It's only
Even better.
Yeah, you're not going to take any damage. This thing only just happens to stun because it's not a dagger being thrown. It's just a small little dart. Just to stun and paralyze the person. So, you drop to the floor. And then you see 4 bandits just coming in and they start taking you away. They're rummaging through your shit. They're taking your stuff. The last little bit of gold pieces or silver pieces that if you had any, they're taking your shit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And then the captain goes right to you, and then he goes, I think we should just kill him and let him here to die. And he goes, hey, we already got what we want, so might as well just do it. You're the Capitan. So as you're about to be stabbed, this cleric wizard comes out and starts dispatching them before they had any intentions to do anything else to you. So as you're doing that, you just don't know what the fuck is going on because you're just like you're like a character from Mortal Kombat, just like
Finish him.
exactly. So he dispatches the bandits and helps you, takes out the dart, heals you a little bit, but you're still feeling the stun effect from the dart. So the cleric wizard just sits there and says, "What were you thinking? You come alone out here, bust your ass, burn your hand, and then you get jumped by these Neanderthals. For what purpose?"
Well, I guess I just had some bad luck today.
I was not expecting that! Okay, so he's not having any bad luck. Okay. Bad luck for today. I like that one. So Marcus just sits there and just like, is this an everything day thing with you? Always having bad luck?
No, not every day. It's just today's just hasn't been a good luck day. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I got to this point. Not every day's bad. What the fuck?
So you go around stealing other people's stuff to hone in more of what you want. So why steal? Why can't you just earn it like a lot of creatures and beings out there?
They said I couldn't. They said I was too clumsy.
Is that how you want to live for the rest of your life? Is just clumsiness hurting your ass? Next thing you know, you probably get a thorn stuck up there. Who knows? But that's just my...
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, but
Oh my god! What the fuck did I just walk into with this one?
Pineapple.
Jesus.
God, that is great.
So-
scared my life. Hold on.
I will say this.
What's the rating for this?
I
Cheers
was-
to you, my friend. Cheers to you.
I would say this. As much as you are, because I was gonna make you roll as that fucking answer was. I'm gonna leave it at that. Marcus just looks and just laughs and like, not like laughs as in happy, but laugh as in disgusted. Like,
Oh my
Why am I
God,
here?
Ando.
what
Ando.
what you land on your spare time is not my need to know.
Oh, it's gonna be great. You're watching later.
Holy
So-
shit, Ando.
You say
I fell in some bramble.
so.
What do you want me to do?
So you
So you
say.
say.
So you say that you couldn't do it because you were too clumsy.
No,
Is-
they said I couldn't do it because I was too clumsy.
Correction. You're right. So then, if you think that that's what they're saying, do you believe them to be true?
No, I worked on it. I mean, I made it this far.
And then all of a sudden, the wizard just backs up, like a little worried, like, "Yeah, I'm kind of surprised about that." Not like the last guy that wanted to get eaten by a tesseract.
Ando, what's your dex mod?
My dex is a 4. It's a +4.
Oh.
So all of a sudden he just looks and just like, and he's just thinking to himself, and in his mind, which I will reveal later after this. So, what is it that you want? What is it that you really seek?
That's a good question. Knowledge always works. Skills. Outside of that, whatever happens, happens.
So, as looking into your past, you were not so familiar with making friends. You were always perhaps like the loneliness because of your clumsiness. Is that how you feel?
No, I never said I wasn't good at making friends. I was just bad at martial arts early.
So then why do you still do it?
Because it's fun.
So you seek nothing but acknowledgement.
And to better myself.
There's nothing more here that I could say. What if I told you that the plains are in trouble and a king could really use your, how do I say this, your so-called skills, and I can assure you that taking on this adventure, you can actually possibly hone better on your skills.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Well, there's a disturbance within the plains. I can't teach you or tell you much more. But I am sent to be gathering warriors. And in somewhat sender time and space had brought me here to you. Which,
So,
in my...
where are you going?
Huh?
Where are you going with this?
Well, I live my life on a different path. On a different timeline than many others. So if you would like, you could take this journey and perhaps gain the acknowledgement and the answers to your questions and save the realms. Because where you're coming from, there seems like a darkness void. That when I've been here for about 3 days, and it tends to be very dark, and the sun never shines. But knowing you, because the way you live your life, you really hadn't noticed that.
Yeah, you're right.
This is
I've been
gonna-
in a book for the last couple of days. Leave me alone.
A clumsy monk. I've never... Holy
I
shit.
love it. I'm here for it. Let's go.
Yeah.
This is gonna be interesting.
This is gonna be very
Clumsy
fucking
rogue
interesting.
monk.
A clumsy
Falls on
monk.
things butt first.
It's like
It's
you know
gonna
what
be
this
fun.
you know what this reminds me of, honestly? His character reminds me of when I read his backstory and the way he's portraying it. It reminds me of Po from Kung Fu Panda.
Oh fuck.
Yes, I love it.
Say less.
So I love it. I love the way he's the way he's portraying his
Beautiful.
character. So he goes, very well. I'm not sure if my time and my presence is here needed, but I will go on with the balance. So he opens up this portal of bluish purple.
Oh, wait. How'd you do that?
Wait.
You're diving really deep into this Poe, aren't you?
My
All
God.
the way in a
I
Poe.
love
I
it.
see it.
So I look at him
Well,
and I
there are too many
say,
questions, don't you think?
and Marcus says, "Don't worry about what I could do. Let's just worry about what you wish to obtain." So he opens up the portal and he goes,
Beautiful.
"If you may choose." Do you go
Yeah.
in?
Why not?
So he goes in, and as he would thought earlier, as his character walks in, he just looks like, why me? Just why?
You're like disengaged of laughing their asses off in the background, and
Yeah.
someone just spells into their tongue.
Yes.
Oh man.
I couldn't even know how to respond.
You broke the damn game master.
Look what you did. You broke it. You gave it anxiety.
No, he
Really did,
he
Mango.
answered questions that I was not prepared for, which is why I couldn't determine what his path was worth. That's why Marcus is confused, like, why me?
It says in the backstory.
I know, no. Yeah, you did, but there was a way I was going with it. But then with your answers and your discretion, you changed all that. So there was no way for me to respond. I have a book here. Like, with your character, I have 2 pages filled on the interaction of what to go. I did not know you're going to pull a fucking Poe.
You went full
That's
Poe.
what I did
No,
not
you
really
expect.
did.
Poe.
So that's why I had no answers.
I'm pretty much
Heroes-
back.
You pulled a fucking pole on my ass.
He said, "Someone goes Popo."
Now all he has to do is say skadoosh, and that'll just make
At
it.
least,
Right?
at least for this entire campaign, and
Yeah.
it'll make my day.
Skadoosh.
Yeah.
No,
Oh
you
my
can
god.
say it once after a fight. Just say skadoosh, and everyone will lose their shit.
So
That's if you get the killing blow.
yeah. Nah, I figured it out.
Everybody goes, "Hey, I'm gonna
Skadoosh.
do this."
It's like, nah, I figured it
How
out.
do you
I
want to
mean-
do this? Skadoosh.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Maybe
But
the comic relief.
my ending is gonna be explain the finale, because I don't want to be like, oh, how do you want to do this? How do you want to? It's been overdone, so I'm just gonna be like, just explain the finale. That is when you know.
Skadoosh.
He's gonna be a comic relief right there.
Yeah.
So, Andos is gonna be one
So,
of those where it's just like, how do you want to do this? I trip first and foremost,
Yeah.
lose the handle on my weapon, and it goes sailing towards the enemy, and it just kills him.
So as Marcus just stands there, just asking the Plains Lords, just like, why me? After all and the years that I have lived my life between time and space, I have never, ever experienced a being like him.
Human Ninja Duty.
What
it's
do you
fine.
have in store for them, I wonder? So as he finishes, he bequeaths a big portal, and this one is like a vibrant pink, but a little psychedelic of green. It's just beautiful. And Marcus just looks and is like, this place seems a little interesting. Wondering where it go from here. The last, and hopefully not least, the warrior. I just hope she has more common sense than this last one that I ran into. So
Oh.
he walks through the portal. Now, Kuma, explain where you are and what are your character doing at this time.
I am just walking out of a clinic of sorts, wiping my hands clean of whatever substance may or may not have been on them, and pulling out a half-empty flask and just shaking my head.
Alright, and describe the area that you're around.
It's very open. It's very bright out. It's not many people around. It's a very small like village of sorts. And yeah, it's just very open.
Okay. So, and what is your character doing? I'm sorry.
She's wiping off her hands and then pulling out a half-empty flask.
Okay. Are you outside, inside the building?
Outside.
Outside.
the building.
Alright. So you're outside the building, just wiping your hands, doing what you do best because you got some dirty shit on there. You not too far from you see an old woman just, standing there selling flowers. And she's and she sees you and she's walking up to you. Hello, my child. How are you today?
I'm alright. What can I do for you?
Well, my dear, I was wondering if you would love to buy a little flower. An old woman like me has no place to go. Or nothing to eat. Would you help an old beggar out like myself?
about you come inside? I will get you some water, and I will get you a plate of food. And then in return, you can just give me one flower if need be.
She looks at you reluctantly, a little confused.
My dear, I have never been offered anything this generous, but I have been taken advantage before. Being called ridiculed, not having a family, even my own husband just used me. I don't know if I could trust you.
That is alright, I understand. How about I bring out a glass of water? Would you like that instead?
She make a persuasion check.
It's gonna be 13.
13. Okay, that's good enough. I don't have to look at her sheet.
Mhm.
She as reluctant as she is because you tried to invite her into her house that she doesn't know you. She goes,
A glass of water would be fine, my dear. Thank you.
Of course. And I will go back inside, onto a little like side area to where I have some glasses, and I will get a glass of water for her and bring it out.
okay. As you are inside getting the glass ready for the water, you see a flower right on the stand where the glasses were when you were getting the water. And it was the same flower that she was carrying. I need you to roll me a perception check.
It'll be a 19.
Good enough.
Mm.
As you see that the flower was there, you know for a fact that it was a flower that she had, that she was trying to offer you. But then again, as you knew, you think that she's in your house. So you walk around your house a little confused, but you don't see nobody there. So you take the water, and you take the flower. Where do you go from there?
I will walk back to my door, and kind of peer out first before walking out to make sure that she's still standing there.
Okay. As you see, with that high of a roll, with that decent roll of perception, you see she's gone. And the only thing that's there is her empty basket with the flowers that's dying.
I would immediately go outside and look around, trying to figure out if she maybe walked away or if anyone has seen her.
Okay. As then, I need you to roll for an investigation check.
It's gonna be 6.
Okay. Hold
Yeah.
on. Well, no, she immediately beats that. As you go around, you step outside, but then again, you look something that was like in probably the mid morning to mid afternoon as you went into the thing, and as you went into your house to get the glass of water and you came out, it's like a blood red cloud up in the air. There's a blood red cloud in the air. Like the sky is like blood red. And it looks like it's almost sunsetting, but it's too pure of a red.
Mm.
Your skills of a cleric is getting underneath your skin, stating that this may be something disturbing a plane. So what is your next intention as you see the sky turning red? As you see the old woman's basket of flowers just on the floor, but they're dying. They're like withering. They look withered. And it was just only seconds that you just left from that point to your house to back again.
Is there anyone else outside with me?
Make a perception check.
It's gonna be 17.
17.
Nice.
Nice.
You don't see anyone outside, but you do see animals on the far distance. So far that in the naked eye they look very thin, but to you, you can see them like perfectly. But you seeing that they're withering too. They're becoming more weak. You see birds, you don't hear any birds chirping. The ground is like becoming stale and starting to turn gray. But as so far, no one is around.
I'm gonna go back to the the flowers in the basket. Is there a way that I can like feel if there was any like magic going on with them? Or
Make
The
an
Arcana check.
make an Arcana check.
it's going to be 18
18.
Ooh.
Damn, girl.
As
plus 3.
yeah,
rolls.
no, that's
Oh.
good. This is why y'all needed a fucking cleric. So
Hey,
as well, wait, she's rolling higher levels than you. I'm sorry, bro.
I started off strong. Okay.
Yeah, you started off really weak. Like I was giving you hints with the thing, but you started rolling low. So you feel as you're conducting your search and you're trying to realize if it's magic or anything. It is, but it's not the magic that you know of. Coming from a past that you had to live your life with a lot of disgruntled things that had happened, you realize that everything that you had to done to your own lived up to this point, but then there's a lot of acknowledgement that you're missing, but with that role you're strong enough to understand that this is some type of magic, but it's a magic that you don't understand. So, what do you do now?
I would walk around town, checking each house, trying to make sure everyone was okay, making sure either people were inside or if they're not there, just kind of doing a head count.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
That's going to be 18 as well.
Damn, girl. Go, girl. Shit.
Oh.
Are your dice loaded?
I just opened them literally before this.
I'm kidding. So, as you go and you're walking around town, it's just becoming, as the minutes go by, the sky is just turning darker and darker. And you open the doors, but there's nobody there. You see cobwebs, you see like little tiny spiders through doors. You see, you look at the town that you once knew, and for some reason it's deformed. It's like coming out of a nightmare. Walking into a nightmare. Everything's run down. It's like a ghost town. Doors are half off the hinges. The windows are like halfly broken and shattered. And you're just wondering to yourself, what the hell is going on? Now, do you spend more time in the town?
Probably not. After I realize no one's really around, I probably just kind of grab my things and try to head towards where the sky isn't looking too dim.
Okay. As you do that, you hear a loud scream. But a scream that doesn't sound human.
Ooh.
On top of that, as you're walking out towards the thing, towards where it's lighter, you just keep looking at the sky, and it just gets darker and darker and darker until I'm gonna need you to make one more roll of perception.
That is going to be 17.
Okay, that's good enough. As you keep going, you see that that it's just running furthering by. The brightness is just faster than you and you're trying so hard, and it becomes dark. But as you see the moon, instead of it being a bright white or crystal blue, it's red. And right there you see undead, and that loud scream just kept following you. You come across a banshee.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Is that... Ooh. Is that...
You know what it is. And this banshee just comes up. But the problem is you've never seen this around. This is something new to you. So, the banshee just comes out. And before it looks at you, what do you do?
I would try to kind of hide behind something that was around if there was any trees. Or
Give me a stealth. Yeah, there are trees. Give me a stealth check.
Oh dear. That's gonna be a 12. Sorry.
A 12?
Yes.
I would say at this rate, you succeed, but you still catch its attention. Like, it didn't see you, but it seen something ruffle. So the banshee clearly goes towards it,
Oh dear.
and you're hiding. Do you continue on stealthy, or do you stay there and lie low?
I'd probably continue on.
All right, make another stealth check, but with disadvantage because it did notice.
It's gonna be 7.
7. Okay, as you're going, you break a twig,
Oh dear.
and she screams, and you just see her bolting at you. You start running. What are you doing right now? As she's screaming, now she's coming at you, fast and furious. Like, she went from a blue silhouette with, like, gamey thing, but her face looks all mangled. But as she heard that brown twig, her jaws opened up with needle-pointed teeth.
Ugh.
Eyes black. And she just went from blue to a bright-ass red. And she's charging at you.
Would I feel like she has something to do with what's going on in the town?
Make a perception check on that.
That's me 5.
You have no clue what's going on.
Oh.
With the past, you know the magic. You can sense its magic, but you don't know what type of magic this is, and you don't know what's going on. You just went from a nice little area place, went into your house, come back, all hell been gone to shit. So she's charging at you. What do you do at this moment? She's coming. She's closing in fast.
I'm going to stand my ground and stare at her.
Ugh.
Oh wow.
Not in a mean way, just kind of just watch, I guess.
Mm.
You stand your ground. She charges at you. I need you to roll for acrobatics check. Because she plans on hurting you.
16.
16. Oh, you're so lucky.
Jesus.
Wow.
You're so lucky.
Ugh.
As she charges at you, starts screaming. You dove out the way from her, and she just goes right through a tree, comes back around. Well, she doesn't hit the tree because she's a fucking ghost. She's just a banshee. She goes right through around, comes at you, and says,
You. What are you doing here, my dear?
What are you doing here at this town? You're usually never around these areas.
Ah, perceptive. Well, we want what all us undead want. Life. Yours, to be exact. I don't know this world, but it has so many delectable souls.
Why do you need mine?
Life fills us with hunger, satisfying our need. And yours is a delectable morsel.
Did you take the ones from the town?
and you see her with her eerie hands.
Which ones to be exact? Zack.
There was an old woman. Did you take hers?
Child. This was many years. This plane has been empty for hundreds of years. Strange that you are here. I shall devour your life source.
As she starts getting ready to scream.
I'm going to take the flower that was left inside my house and just hold it out. Don't you think that life can be beautiful staying the way it is instead of being in?
She looks at the flower and quickly just backs away like, "Where did you get that, my dear?" And you see her choking.
Throw it at her. Throw it at her.
I am going to slowly walk forward with it out towards her.
She backs away.
No, things like that. Where did you get it? Tell me. Kryptonite.
Why does it matter where I got it?
That's so crazy.
And she lets out a loud scream that that you just grunge from and just close your eyes really tight. I'm gonna need you to make let me see, make a survival check on that, because she's letting out a loud scream and seeing if because it does damage. A 4?
A 4.
She knocks as you trying to hold the flower right to her. Her loud scream pushes the flower back and you back, that you fall right to the floor. Trying to withstand your ground, to hold your ground. You just fall to the floor. trying to survive, trying to keep the flower up, using that flower at your benefit. It does. You see that she is frightened of the flower, but as she screams, she comes charging at you again. What do you do?
What was the flower dropped out of my hand?
No, you still have the flower. You're holding it. The problem was that with the survival check, you're trying to see if this flower could still maintain its power against it to stop her from screaming. But it doesn't. Her scream overpowers that. And by oh wait, I forgot to add. By knocking you back... Where is she? Yeah, okay. You take 2 force damage. You take 2 force damage.
So I'm prone technically, correct?
Yeah, you are prone. You are on the ground. She knocked you back pretty hard, and she's coming after you.
Can I use my ability of levitate to kind of dodge out of the way?
For this sake, I would say yeah, but make an acrobatics check, and not even disadvantage. I won't even let you do that. But make an acrobatics check since you are using your ability to levitate to dodge out the way.
6.
6?
Yeah.
It's not enough. You try, but you're still terrified of her scream that your ear just went deaf, and you got like a massive headache that you're trying, but it's not working. So she comes at you and she grabs you and holds you down, and you feel this death stench breath just breathing on you, and she's ready to scream again, saying, "Child, tell me where you got the flower, and I might just kill you quickly."
You said that the town has been deserted and this plain has been eaten for years now, yet this flower still remains. So how did you not see it first?
Cause I never knew it still existed. But I can't wait to dip my self into your flesh to pull out your soul.
What do you do now?
Do I know what this flower is?
Make a nature check.
That is going to be a 17.
There's nothing much to this flower besides that it is the only flower that you see around you that has its bright colors, that's still fresh and has a beautiful fragrance, and it's not dead. This flower is actually helping to keep the dead away from you. There's nothing special about the flower. It is just a flower, but for some reason the dead fears that flower. They want everything dead. They channel through life. They want life.
Is she kind of like pointing to where she is going to attack?
She has you by your throat, and she has her hand up here talking to you. You still have the flower in hand, but you got a massive headache that you're not putting up to her. So right now, since that part is done, what are you gonna do now?
Shove it in your face!
Can I put the flower where she's trying to bite me?
You could put it in front of her face, yeah.
I would like.
See you.
Okay. So I need you to make a sleight of hand because you're trying to make her not see that you're trying to raise the flower right to her face.
13.
13. Um, it's the same. I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Nice.
her thing is up to 13. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll let it go for safe sake. I'll let it go. She as you do it, she sees what you're trying to do, but before she could react, you reacted first. So she lets her grasp go. It's like, get that thing away from me now. As she tries to scream at you, what are your intentions on doing with the wraith?
Can I talk to you?
The banshee.
before
I'm sorry, the banshee.
Can I talk to you before you try to kill me?
No more talk. I want your soul.
I guarantee you can have it, but I would like some answers first.
Make a persuasion check.
Damn.
Gracie's is running longer than mine.
It's gonna be a 6.
Oh my god.
No more talk. I just want life.
As she goes for you one more time, at you one more time. Not regarding what the flower does.
I'm just gonna keep trying to dodge, I guess. try to get away.
I would say as you stand there, trying to dodge, you still formidably just stand there with the flower, and you just turn your head and just hold it to her. You don't hear anything anymore. You open your eyes, and you see sun, you see green area, but the thing that you're holding in your hand is just a little twig. Just a little stem of the flower that you once held. As you drop it,
Hmm?
as you dropped it, you're in disbelief, like you don't know what the hell just happened. And as you drop that little stem, Marcus appeared from that stem.
Mm.
He asks, "My child, you stood your ground. Why so? Against a being that you never seen."
Well, I know they're not from here, so I wanted to know why. And if everything was dead, like she claimed for many years, then why am I still here?
What you just witnessed was a reality. A reality that could be the future. I ran into another Celtic like you. You didn't have much. But you, on the other hand, I showed you a reality what can become in the future. For the plains, and I know and believe you sensed it too. The worlds are colliding into one. And it is said to be known that by coming on this journey where I will set you forth upon, you will find answers. But I must ask you, why are you so alone?
Choose to be alone so that I can help those who come to me.
Seeing your past, he's gonna roll an insight check on you. There is more to you. I will check your past, but if you lie to me, there will be great consequences. I must know. I don't like checking people's past. Some I have to because, let's face it, some can be very reluctant. And not too long ago, I ran into somebody so clumsy that I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. But you, on the other hand, have a gift that I sensed. So why? What answers do you seek?
Want to know why the world has to feel like it has to burn?
You're not morally interested in the world, but you're morally interested in your world?
In the world, any world, why everything has to die, why everything has to leave.
But what about you? Are you out to look for vengeance? Or are you looking out to seek answers? Because as I see, he rolls his eyes backwards for like 5 seconds, seeing your past and the future that can be outcomed, and reverts right back to the present. And he does it all in seconds. But it took him like fucking 10 years. But right in front of you, he did it within seconds. So he looks, he goes, there is much pain and torture within you. You seek to leave that all behind, or do you want to find answers?
I would like to find answers for those.
You are strong, and you're familiar with planes. I hope your skills dramatically increases. I will grant you this. He picks up the stem that was on the floor, and he looks up, and then he transforms that stem back into the flower. The old lady was real, but her life ended years ago. But you would have met her. And when you find out the answer, this flower will guide you there. He hands you the flower.
I will take it and look at it for a little bit, and then I will put it in my hair.
Remember where you come from. So as a little gift, he warps up this little magic with the little grain, and you see this little green pearl. And he says, take this and eat it.
I will take it, look at it suspiciously at first, but trust him and do so.
You heal all your points back. He opens a portal, which is, a bluish, like wave, like looks like water, a blue water portal. And he goes, enter, my dear, and you will meet fellow comrades. Some of them are sweet, some of them are not the brightest of the bunch, but they do have purpose, such as you.
I will nod in respect first and go through.
Okay. So you go through the portal.
Yes.
So as you go through the portal, Marcus just looks up and just like, for God's sake, I hope you know what the fuck you're doing. He makes a...
I'm willing to die, bitch!
So he goes and he makes himself a big galactic sphere that looks black but spacing, and he walks right through. Now that all the introductions has been made, we're gonna end tonight's game here.
Oh, fuck you!
Wow.
Bravo.
I have a serious question.
Alright, what's your
Did you
serious question?
Did you purposefully pick Banshee?
I picked the Banshee because, like I said, my story, Clerics has a higher up on the plane shifting. So, by your questions and by you not by you not forcing or fighting the Banshee, yeah, you actually saved your ass. You just wanted questions, which is actually a good thing. The reason why I threw a Banshee in there is because, just to tell everybody this, I'll give you a little sample, but not going to tell you why I threw the Banshee, but I'll give you a little sample. The planes are shifting. And there's creatures, just like, Sin, he had to run into Taraski. He didn't know what the hell it was. And why that creature was there. Tifa's character didn't understand why is the king and friends and everybody, like, being massively confused and, chaos is going around. She doesn't know what's going on. There's things that's happening to everybody. In different ways. Just like with Chaos with Beta, her character didn't know why these guys are just like throwing in trouble out of no fucking where, and we're ready to kill her.
Elena's just like,
I was ready to go in. I was like, can I just like randomly show up?
I know, right?
People.
So,
Elena's just
yeah.
like, I don't want to fight, but if I really have to.
Yeah.
The one, honestly, that I had a nice story for him, but when he pulled that fucking Poe, I was like, what the fuck? He pulled a Poe. I had literally, I have fucking...
Hey, we're going to release now.
Ando.
Well, now he's prepared though. Now he's
I literally have pages of that, and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? I have no answers to that.
Good.
This gambit worked perfectly.
How did it go? It was, you had a rock up your ass. I've had thorns up my ass too. Would be the first time.
Yeah, that was the first time. Oh, okay. I took 7
my
and a half
God, that was
notes
great.
this session.
I learned so much from my brother today. It's not even funny.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Out of his ass cheeks at least once. He's
I was
clumsy.
really thinking you were gonna say that Banshee was that old woman.
All right.
No, the old woman, what you saw was a remnant of that old woman's past.
Mm-hmm.
That was a Kickstarter. I thought if you rolled higher and if you were roll that you wanted to investigate the woman or do a perception check or sorry, not perception, an insight. If you were doing an insight check and you rolled a high enough level, I would say at least a 13 would get you the clear an answer that you needed. Won't get you the clear answer unless you hit a 20. But the answer that you needed, I will say this, because we're way past that. If you rolled an insight check, you would understand that she wasn't real. That she was just an afterthought.
She's trying to be nice.
Yeah, she was just... That's why I threw you off. See, if I'm not, my characters are nice, it's going to throw you off that you're not going to think about making that insight check. But if you made an insight check, and you rolled a nice...
Insight check everyone I meet. Everyone I see.
I know, right?
Insight.
So, yeah. Right now, I will say this to you. Be prepared, because right now, all of yous are in Tessera. And yous will be meeting the king. And each other. This, our first thing was to get a feel for all your characters. And how will you portray your answers. The one I feel bad for is... I'm sorry, Buffy. I'm so sorry.
Buffy just couldn't fucking win.
You just
You're-
couldn't.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. There was no going around him because he's a level 20. He's beyond the level 20. Which I'm not gonna tell you more about him, but there is a reason why he's there. He protects time and space, but he's at a high level that, it would balance out his favor, but then some stuff, it won't balance out as much. I did make him a balance at that high level, but he's not one to be persuaded so much. But when your levels grow, when your levels grow, there are times that you can persuade him, but at the level that he's at and the levels that you guys are, that's why when she was trying to persuade him hard, it was not working.
Right.
You stop to help a guy along the road, and that's what happened.
Right?
But you tried.
You're right
But
thing
you.
for the wrong
But you were
reason.
asking. You just
Yeah.
didn't give a fuck. You're like, well, I'm gonna help him and send you on your fucking way. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Make sure you don't do it again. That's how you.
What I said.
That's not how you said, but that's how you portrayed it, the poor guy. I'm just like, damn.
Claire was the one where it's like, I'll help you up, go get fucked afterwards. Lizzie goes like, I'm injured, I don't know what I want to do. Elena's like getting threatened. Fucking.
I did it.
Estella's just like, what the
Honestly,
fuck
my
am I
thing was the
getting
shortest,
told?
so...
Yours
No.
was so
Honestly-
simple, like, it was like,
honestly,
alright,
I-
now you've got this, let's go.
The reason why
I
his
think
was,
mine was-
the reason why his was so short, and I'll say it like this, was because with the paragraph that he had sent me, he already gone through too much. That if I would have said so much, I'd be giving his backstory away, and I can't do that. So because he sent me so much, he already answered so many questions that if I would have said it, it would have related to his backstory, and I'm not gonna be.
So, in other words, my story comes later on, basically.
Yeah, your story. Well, everybody's story will come later on. This was an introduction because you were just trying to find out, and you're wounded. There's not much I could work with that. You're badly wounded.
I'm really
Yeah.
curious to see how Elena's story plays into this.
Oh, trust me, they.
Curious to see how everyone interacts with each other.
Me too. Yeah.
Oh my
We have some
god.
very different characters here.
So, as your first experience to everybody, how was this experience for you? Let's tell
I
our
loved it.
viewers.
I'm glad I got to at least do one magic trick because it gave me a chance to actually like figure out how I wanted to play Elena.
What
Because
if-
it's one thing to like, you know, just bounce shit around in your head. It's another to actually talk it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
my
everybody
whole
else?
plan was-
I'm sorry, Sam.
I was
I
not
think I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to break your game.
I gotta be prepared for this. Now I gotta fucking Poe as a monk. A monk rogue.
At some point, he needs to say Skadoosh in the game.
Yeah.
At some point,
Yes.
he has
Yes.
to.
I'm a beast.
Right.
Alright,
It's
what
gonna happen enough to be like, alright, I
Like
can
literally,
quit now.
the second he defeats an enemy, Skadoosh.
You have to keep them
Oh,
wanting.
kill
Man.
that
You can't just do it in the beginning.
I'll use the Tarask if we fight it.
He's
I
like,
was,
"It's
so,
a
I was so sure. I was like, "You're gonna die. Like this is it. I'm gonna die. It's fine."
No, I had a feeling.
It's good.
Well, I did say I was gonna throw in monsters that's like
Yeah.
high power, but I didn't say you were gonna fight them.
A Tarask within the first
I didn't say
hour
you
of the game.
Pretty much.
Well, because the reason why I threw a Tarask, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna tell all the viewers too, the only reason why I threw a Taraski or Taraske, or however you want to pronounce it, the reason why I threw it in there is because he is watching over children, and on top of that, he's a hunter, and he's seen a lot of things. But what he did not see, he'd never seen this beast before, because this beast doesn't roam these plains, and because of the planes are colliding and everything, and a lot of things are going around, you're gonna see things that's not supposed to be there. And that's why
But the
if
World Destroyer, though?
God.
but if
freaking World Destroyer.
but if there was children involved, he would be more into his character, because this is a beast that he never fought before, so he's gonna try his damn hardest. And being as also a cleric, he would probably have more insight on what the hell's going on. That's why I threw a Taraski in there. She had to fucking fight a fucking banshee.
You said it, and I was like, "You for banshees, man."
So, I hope all of yous liked what I have done with your stories and how you've been introduced.
Oh my god. Drac, now that I think about it, Drac, I'm not gonna say who, but if this character, and I know at some point they are going to appear, and you know who I'm talking about because of my backstory.
Well, like I said,
I'll-
I can't say
I'm actually
anything,
just
then don't
afraid-
say
No,
anything.
no, I know.
No, don't say anything.
I'm
I
afraid.
think if you had a vector
I'm
to
a-
your story, I will kill you.
No
But-
spoilers.
With that being said, everybody, I hope you all enjoyed it. Buffy, how was it? Honestly, be honest.
It was good. It's good. I'm just tired.
I know.
I'm
That's
getting
why I
into
said
bed.
it's already three. It's 3
3.5
hours.
hours.
It's 3.5 hours. That's why I'm cutting it. That's why I ended it. My
My phone died.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. In 2 weeks, we will continue on the Warriors' arrival in Tessera, and
I will be
I
late
want to
for that
see.
game.
I want to see how everything goes. Well, we'll come up with a time frame. It's going to be 2 weeks, bi-weekly. We are going to do our campaign runs. We can either have it on
Yeah,
Sunday or
so-
Monday, depending on if everybody's time frame
Also-
is okay. Okay, what were you gonna say?
Personal life got in the way earlier. That's the reason why I was on mute for a very long time.
No,
So,
it's not a problem.
so basically every Sunday at one point I will be going mute for a while. So
Well, it's going to be every 2 weeks. So,
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
going to be next Sunday, but the following Sunday we will all get together. I will consider a
okay,
time
okay,
to
I'll
see.
figure something out.
Yeah, I will consider a time frame that is good for everyone. Is that okay with everyone? And if everybody's okay with the time frame, we'll go from there. So hold on, guys. Just give me 1 minute. Let me make a closeout statement. Again, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Muchly appreciated. And I hope that this campaign will bring you enlightenment and also comedy, which we just experienced with some of the characters, and also real world life situation that goes on. So with that being said, everybody, please take care, be safe, live free, game hard, or it's game over. See you in 2 weeks.
Delicious.
Oh my god.